Hello, everyone, and welcome back to GTA 5. It has actually been a little while since, look, it's been almost a month for whatever reason, for various reasons and for various things, since I've done a GTA racing stream. So yeah, it has been quite a while. So welcome all back to the wonderful, wacky world of GTA 5. We're going to be doing, well, some multiplayer racing this time. Now, while Ewan isn't quite here yet, so Shadow is going to be in charge of invites. We have a new invite slave. I mean, invite important person. So, if you want to take part, then you can send a message to Shadow, whose game tag is alongside where we have highlighted here, and Shadow will try and get you connected to the session. We're starting off at Jankenheim, the good old favourite Hockenheim-inspired circuit. Apparently, it has been it was changed to try and fix some of it, and the change didn't quite work, so it's kind of been reverted back to what it was. We will see how it all goes. I mean, as you can see from the map, it is very Hockenheim. It's always been a fun circuit. It's very wide. Lots of good overtaking opportunities around this one because the track is fairly wide. So there we go. I don't think Shadow wants pictures of feet. Save those for Ewan. Okay, that's what we've got to do. You got to save those for Ewan. That's how you get invites if Ewan's doing it. Ewan is watching the touring car race and eating a Greg's. Amazing. To be fair, I can't say much. I had a proper big full English breakfast, so I'm not even hungry enough to want a Greg's at the moment. I'm still fairly full from that. Even though Greg, you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong with Greg's. This stream is indeed early. We're getting the stream done early so as to not clash with the Formula 1. I know Formula 1 is probably not going to be the most exciting, but I still try to avoid clashing with it. Partly because I want to see the race, and partly so that people don't have to choose between watching this stream and watching the race and all that. Shadow is in charge of invites today if you wish to take part alongside where we have highlighted until Ewan turns up. Yes, send a message to Shadow on Xbox. You've got to be on the enhanced version of GTA if you would like to take part today. It might be a little bit calmer or a little bit quieter a stream, with being at slightly funky times of day and all of that. We will have to wait and see. Drake, thank you very much for the donation. So it is good to see another GTA stream after several weeks. While we probably need to give Bob a breather, of course, let's hope for some fun enjoyment of races. Can we get any Brown Pants circuit or perhaps Longboat Army Base race, please? Also, hi Apollo. Apollo is not in the office today. Apollo is downstairs. It is the cat's domain up here for this one, although none of them are actually in the office at the moment. Eve was briefly. She's wandered off again. They might turn up. They might not. Yeah. So no problem. But yes, we can do a Brown Pants circuit. There are 3 to choose from. There is a Brown Pants circuit not made by Lado. We're not going to be running that tonight, but there will be a video of that in the near future. Yeah, there's more Brown Pants going on. It's got to be a merch item at some point. It's got to be a merch item at some point. Something to do with the Brown Pants. We haven't quite figured out. I'm sure there will be. It's such a silly thing. You should probably get a Spanner trophy as well. I wonder if you could get a Spanner trophy sticker. That would be quite funny. I feel like that wouldn't be too difficult to do. But yeah. Now I'm complete. It's not normal stream time. My brain is not really functioning properly today. I don't know why. It should be functioning at 3 o'clock. Apparently it's not. So we're just going to talk nonsense. And I mean, that is fairly normal for me. Yes, the Brown Pants cinematic universe. It is an important cinematic universe. Between the Brown Pants cinematic universe and the Brazen Theft universe, we've got some great collection of nonsense. Jack, thank you very much for the super chat. Saying, hey Alex, love your channel. Your channel was the first one I ever subscribed to back when I was 12. I'm now 21, and your content has helped me through some rough times. Keep up the great work. Oh, well, thank you very much indeed. Bloody hell. It's actually funny, I was talking to Carly about this. On Friday, somebody said that they started watching my channel when they were 9 and they're now 19. And that just makes me feel old. Like, in a good way, it makes me feel old. I'm glad I'm glad to hear that you're still watching. What was the first channel I ever subscribed to on YouTube? Christ. Might have been Rooster Teeth, you know. Maybe. The old Red versus Blue days. Might have been for me. And I'm so grateful that people are still watching my videos after so long. So it's fantastic to hear that that people are still watching. Sorry, just wait until let people get connected and everything before we get started. But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad you are continuing to enjoy the videos and hear it hoping for another 10 years. Call me Chris. Thank you very much for the donation. So, Alex, do you still have Bath Bag Raceway? I have no idea. I don't know. I will have a look. I will have a look at some point. I can't remember what circuit that one was. Is that the one where we just go round in circles? Is that the Brazen Special that's just the circle that you go round in circles and it gradually gets sort of larger circles and then or get smaller circles and then you get to the centre and go out again? I can't remember. I vaguely remember the name. I can't remember the circuit. But there we go. Small as say Nerd Cubes. But yeah, Nerd. So the channels I started watching like Red versus Blue, and it was Fails of the Week and their stuff. The Rooster Teeth stuff, and then I watched Yogscast and their Minecraft Shadow of Israel. There we go. That started me watching Yogscast stuff, and then Nerdcube was not long after that. And yeah, that's it. I haven't really changed much. I watch quite a lot of YouTube. Most of it is Yogscast stuff these days. Tom and Spiffing Brit are probably my favourites. There we go. Yeah. If you want to join, Shadow is the person to message. Here we go. Alongside where we've got highlighted. We'll get this race started in a second. Yeah, send a message to Shadow on Xbox. You need the enhanced version of GTA if you wish to take part, but we will try and get you connected. For the moment, it is Shadow who is the invite slave. Ewan will turn up at some point soon, and then it'll be Ewan's job. But for the moment, Shadow has been promoted. Whoever said Shadow's been promoted, yes, we'll go with that. It sounds better. It does sound better that Shadow has been promoted to invite duty. There we go. That's the proper way of saying it. Right, we're going to get started anyway. We will go for 6 laps around Jankenheim. We believe it has been kind of reverted to the version that worked a bit better. There's a small chance that I forgot to press save and we've still got all the stop sticks. But we shall wait and see as to what on earth might happen here, because it could be anything. I don't know. It could be an alternate. It could be another alternate version. We could have the dangerous stop sticks. We shall launch it and we shall find out. And I'm hoping volumes. Do I have any game sound going on? I am not sure. I do have game sound. Fantastic. I was playing around getting the VR working again today. And I don't have enough plug sockets for everything. So, yeah, I had to unplug the speakers. But I do have sound. I had to unplug the speakers that are on my monitor that the consoles go to. Long story short. But, yeah, we've got sound. All is good. Jankenheim is up first. What on earth do I don't spy any stop sticks at the moment. That is good. There might be some on the outside of turn. I think there are some. Even on the original layout, you can't go really, really wide at turn 1. But we shall have to see about the rest of the circuit. All seems fine so far. Gliska is going to sweep around the outside and make that pass complete. Oh, we've got speed through the middle. But, yeah, Lado is in the way. We will give Lado a push. That's fine. We'll try and get some slipstream off kind of the back of Gliska's car here. That will work. We will sneak our way through the middle. I mean, Jankenheim with 14, 15 people is much more manageable than... I say much more manageable. Of all the circuits, this one is not normally too bad. It's so wide, which is good. In these kind of races, you've got a lot of space to play around with. Oh, there's a gap in the middle. That'll work. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of essentially being reverted to its previous state. So there is a little bit of track limit interpretation in places, and I say that as I am being guilty as anybody else for track limit interpretations. Danger Man is to the inside. We're going to look the very long way around there. I mean, it's almost doable. We had the speed that Gliska was always going to be, I say in the way, was always going to shut the door, essentially, through there. That's fine. Let's go and duck back into the slipstream of a Danger Man, and we'll just push everyone across the finish line. Cowbell, thank you very much for the donation, of course, for the Cult of 69, saying, why are you streaming at 2 a.m? Oh, well, I wasn't going to sleep anyway. It's because of the Formula 1. I'm trying to get... Well, I'm doing the stream so that we don't clash with the Formula 1. That is because it's in Canada. It starts in the evening when I would normally stream, so to not clash with it, we are having a bit of an earlier stream. We're having a nice afternoon stream, or I guess very early in the morning for the Aussies and New Zealanders. Yeah, time zones do make it a bit awkward and difficult, so that it all works. Oh, Small Man has been very brave across the curbs there. Made it work, to be fair. It did make that one work. Oh, it had a bit of a spin, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm on a terrible line through there. Gonna have no speed on the exit. That's fine. Ladder's gonna try the long way around. Gliska with a big slide. However, I can't get any... Oh, I don't want to be on the outside again here. Keep getting stuck. Long way round, although we are going to get a good exit. Ladder's going to have no speed off of that corner. We will move ourselves back up into second. It's a fast final corner here. Do not want to end up in the pit wall. Or not pit wall, pit buildings over there. It's a great run for us. Okay, we've just got to do that in a few laps' time, and I will be happy. You know, Rico saying, I hope Formula 1 is going to be chaos. I mean, I hope the Formula 1 is going to be exciting. It doesn't need to be chaos. It just needs to be an exciting race. If it could rain, that would be good. Gutted that Hulkenberg's got a grid penalty, because, you know, I'd love to see Hulkenberg get a podium. Just please let Hulkenberg get a podium. I know he's had chances and he's pissed them away occasionally, but I'd love to see Hulkenberg on a podium. So, if it wants to pour with rain, because the Haas seems quite good in the rain, if it wants to pour with rain during the race and just a surprise Hulk podium, I would be very happy. I would be very happy indeed. Oh, we're going to chuck the car to the inside. That's... Okay, well, that crash wasn't on me. That was... I was to the inside of the crash, but I think there was contact on the outside. There certainly wasn't... There was actually no contact with my car through there, so... Yeah, we got all... Oh, level 8, I think got tangled with Lado in the end. That ended up being dumped out. Oh, we're going to sneak our way through the inside here. Yeah, unfortunately, Hulk got... I don't know what the penalty was for Hulkenberg. Was it going too fast under the red flags or something? I'm pretty sure that's what I saw, but I've now since forgotten. But Alonso on the front row is always interesting. Alonso on the front row, if Alonso has nothing to lose in terms of send it to the inside at turn 1, so, or to the outside of turn 1, or whichever way Alonso decides to go. So, you know, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there is a chance for some surprise Aston Martin. Actually, I think that Red Bull's just too quick, but we can live in hope. We can live in hope, and I always do live in hope for some excitement when it comes to Formula 1. Drake is not going to be close enough. We are happy to run, well, I mean, a fairly sensible line. It's actually been a relatively... I know, don't say it. Don't say it, because if I do say it, that's when we are going to... Woo, have that! There's a... Jesus. Mute has just rotated on the middle of the track on a curb. That snapped so quickly around. That is really not what you want going on. I mean, I did quite well to get out of the way for that. Drake had nowhere to go. There's no real options to avoid Mute having their own accident there. So yeah, we managed to dodge. We lost a little bit of time, but doesn't matter. It was only a small bit of time, so we just get dropped back into the fight here over the lead. Ooh, it is 4 for the lead at the moment, and about to be a lot more than that. There goes Jamie, and Danger Man is to the outside. Oh, I had to back out of that, otherwise Valentine was gonna... Well, the gap where my car was, if I braked a tiny bit early, and if I'd braked at a normal point, the gap where my car was going to be occupied by both a Valentine and a Danger Man, so good thing we did get stopped. But there we go, Danger Man is to that outside. There are cars on the inside, so we're trying to kind of go for a bit of a wider line, trying to avoid any shenanigans. We'll try not crash into Danger Man as well. We seem to have a magnet in terms of crashing into a Danger Man. We'll actually get some speed through there. Can't need to let go slightly, but our turn to get the slide. Not quite as vicious as Mute had a couple of laps ago. Good speed through there. Let's at the outside. Well, I say that. I opted to go around this way. If you can get off this corner well enough, you will get to the inside for the penultimate corner. Gliska tried to come across to cover. Left it a little bit late, but no real harm done with that. Danger Man looking wide through there. I mean, yeah, on the final lap, we can't afford to get caught like that, which is now, it is now the final lap of the race. So you can't afford to get caught kind of with the no slipstream out of the curb. Mute has rejoined the group. Shadow's all the way to the inside. Lado's on the outside. We give Lado a little bump. Nothing too bad. And Lado will now have the curb to accelerate away. It's going to be a lovely little gap up here for us to get through. Gliska's going to go to the inside. Yep. There goes Mute, and there goes Valentine, and level 8's involved all the way to the outside. Salmon's turned up. There's so many cars now involved in this. It is really going to be a game of pick your moments to try and make up some places. We did not get across to the inside where we wanted to. Now we are stuck in the middle. The middle is not where you want to be. There was a little bump between, I think, Danger Man and Salmon that upset the Salmon car. We are trying to get through the middle. I don't really want to lose out to Valentine here if I can help it. Ninetales is sliding. Danger Man is sliding. We're up to 4th. That's okay. It's not the worst place in the world to be this. And we are on the inside down here, inside of Valentine. And that'll keep us in 2nd. There's a lot of cars lining up ready for a go towards the finish line. It's Danger Man on the outside. Valentine's having a look, having a nose to the inside. I think I've overdriven that final corner a little bit. It's going to be a big slipstream pull to the line, but it's not quite enough. Yeah, we overdrove it just a tiny bit. Oh, not by much, but yeah, a little too much understeer through that final corner meant I had to sort of check up slightly. Good race. Good race. However, not quite. Yeah. If I'd got the final quarter absolutely spot on, we might have been close enough, but I tell you what, it would have been really tough to do. Danger Man ended up dropping to 5th. Lost out on that run to the line. I think Danger Man was stuck kind of out even wider than we were. So, yeah. Unfortunate. Oh, God. What have I done? Not that. I pressed a button I wasn't supposed to. Well, that was a fun race. Jankenheim is back to its older layout, and it proved to be very good fun. A Climber, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, come to think of it, are we sure Danger Man's name is Danger Man and not Dan German? We are not sure, no. We have made that joke a few times. I don't know whether it's actually ever been in a stream/filming. But, yeah. Could just call them Dan German from now on to annoy them. Whatever the name is, but we could always do that. But, yeah, it has been noted before. I just don't know if it's ever actually been noted during a stream or anything. So yeah, we'll give people a minute to kind of get connected again, or let's get people invited. So if you would like to join, for the moment, Shadow is the person to message. If you're on Xbox with the enhanced version of GTA 5, send a message to Shadow, and they will try and get you connected. They will try and get you invited. As best as we can. At some point, Ewan is going to turn up, and then it'll be Ewan's job. But for the moment, it is going to be Shadow's job. Up next, we've got the Tigon. I like the Tigon. It's an alright supercar. I like it because it's based on the D-Tomato. Well, the new D-Tomato. I don't know if it's ever actually going to be made. That new D-Tomato. That I think it's a fantastic looking car. Been lucky enough to see it at Goodwood. Yeah, awesome looking machine. I don't know if it's ever actually going to be made, or whether they've made all of them that they're going to, and there's 4 of them, and possibly that. Well, I don't know. I can't keep modern supercars, hypercars, ultra exclusive stuff. Can never ever keep up with. But the whatever it is, the P something or other, it's cool. So yeah, I do actually like the Tigon in the game. Ah, Ewan is here. Quick, spam Ewan with messages if you want an invite. Ewan is going to regret joining us. I don't even quite know how Ewan's ended up as invite duty. It's just always been a thing. It's always been a thing back from the Twitch days. It's always been Ewan's job. Daniel, thank you very much indeed for the super chat. Yeah, God, I'm now trying to rack my brains to figure out. I think it's because we needed someone to do invites, and I think Ewan volunteered, and it's just ever since then it has been a thing. Right, we will get started. In terms of our next race. So we had a good race with the sports cars. I don't see why this would be too much different. Tigon fairly simple. I can't remember if they scoop each other. I don't remember, because they are quite rampy shaped. They might scoop each other. We might have a few launched cars. We will have to wait and see. Kind of hoping for not launched cars, but you never know. Indeed, Ewan is here. Ewan is here. He's back on the invite duty right there. Jack, thank you very much for the super chat. So also, the first video of yours I saw was the first Gear Police Car Challenge on Forza Motorsport 4. Was that convinced me to buy an Xbox and Forza 4? Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I say I'm always glad when people discover games and stuff that they like because of videos, because of whatever it might be that I have done. It's one of those, like, you could never ever quantify it. I wonder how many, not just like Forza. I mean, you know, Forza is a big game. I do wonder how many people have bought games because they've seen me play it and think, oh, that looks really cool. You know, something like Forza is probably less significant to some of the much smaller games. I do wonder. But yeah, I'm glad. I don't really like the term influencer, never have particularly, but I'm glad people have enjoyed my content and have found games that they like and so on because of what I do, etc. So yeah, that is really cool. I very, very vaguely remember doing that video. It's such a long time ago now. I say it's such a long time ago now, but yeah, it is. Just about remember that stuff. Forza Motorsport 4 was fun times for filming. We're going to be out wide. I'm going to run out of grip doing that. It was a bit ambitious trying to make that one stick. It was worth a go. I think the first lap of the race, we only lost a couple of places. Well, I only really lost one to you and some of the ground. It's worth trying. It's worth trying just to see what the car is going to be capable of, so we know when it comes to the final lap where we can and can't be making up time. Lots of red cars, or red-ish coloured cars, doing well today. Ooh. I mean, that was a line that would work, but not when there's a car there. Not Smallman's fault, perfectly fair of them. We were just getting a little bit greedy. Oh, there's been some more shenanigans. Yeah. Oh, didn't look back behind me before realising that was on me. I did not think there's going to be a car to the inside, and I should have looked back before committing to that pass. That was a bit foolish. And we are going to... Oh god, that's crazy amount of curb boost and crazy amount of launch from a corner. I think it's maybe a bit... Gee, I mean, one of those, I don't know if it was Danger Man or Ninetales, one of them got a huge slingshot off that curb, which was hilariously ridiculous. Never mind, we're up to second. There was a car on the inside. They backed out a bit. Difficult to carry that much speed on such a tight line. We are looking for a way past Gliska. Not going to happen. There is a Ninetales to the outside. Thankfully, no gravel traps over there to get stuck in. Always a sketchy corner going side by side. Well, speaking of motorsport, motorsport games, always loved that corner, but it is a hell of a challenge. That is for sure. We are to the inside, but we've got cars sniffing alongside as well. It's all manners of busy, and Gliska is leading again. Me and Danger Man are giving chase. Childish is there. Oh, 3 wide at turn 1. You don't want to do that. You'll get away with it at Jankenheim. You probably won't get away with it at Hockenheim. That was a bit... I didn't mean to actually pull my car so far across. It was just trying to get it out of the slipstream in time, and ever so slightly misjudged. I mean, we kind of scared Childish across the track, but didn't actually cause a crash, so it's not too bad. There was a crash behind us. Chris tangled with someone, but I didn't see exactly what happened. I just saw the cars flying off the circuit. We are all the way to the inside. Oh, okay. I was just about going to make that corner, and then suddenly we got a little bit more speed than we were expecting. Again, I mean, there's little bumps. There's no real harm done with those. Ewan is going to catapult themselves to the lead. We are going to try and be a little sneaky. Nope, we're not going to be a bit sneaky. Instead, we're just going to bump into Danger Man. It is almost 3 wide through here. Now, this one we can be sneaky with. It's going to put us an awkward way here. Whoa! There was... I mean, Ewan left us a car's width. It was only a car's width on the outside, and we were almost in a whole world of trouble there. Thankfully, we were not. You see, that kind of line there is too close. So if we do that on the final lap, you won't really be able to beat Gliska to the line. You actually want to be a little further back so you can get an even bigger toe towards that start-finish line. But too far back, it's not a particularly big run. I think Gliska got turned into the second corner. I just saw the turquoisey car going backwards, which is less than ideal for them. I mean, in the end, it didn't really affect me, but I think they'll be back in the fight in no time. Yeah, this has already fallen to 8. This, as far as tracks go, we catch up a slipstream on. You catch up pretty quickly around here. It's very fast. It's quite wide and open. Lots of opportunity for slipstream. Lots of opportunity for the leaders to be slowed down. We are going to go to the outside of Liam. That curb is mean, but we get away with it. It tipped us sideways, and we have lost some momentum. Lost some momentum through here. Liam's still looking, however, is not quite able to find a way through. Oh, I've overdriven that corner. Never mind. Liam will maybe find a way through here. Maybe. Yeah, is past. Has completed that manoeuvre. I mean, although it's on a terrible line through. I was hoping to use a bunch of slipstream from Liam's car. Didn't happen because Liam made a mistake. Here comes Gliska. And we'll move up into 4th place. Come on, slipstream. Come on. Nothing quite. A little too far back. That's fine. We should get some here. Hopefully. What lap number? One more lap after this. We do have some slipstream now. Liam is probably going to come with us all the way to this side. Yep, they did. Give space, because I don't know quite what side they were going. Liam going for the curb boost. I mean, I would be tempted to do the same thing, to be fair. Everyone wants to run that little bit wide over there. We can kind of hang Ninetales out wide and prevent them from curb boosting. A little bit sneaky. I mean, a lot of what we're doing here is actually quite sneaky in terms of track limits here. I mean, we're all doing it. It's fine, I guess. Right, no, not going to be able to do much down here. It's going to be almost 3 wide. Danger Man backed out of passing Liam there, and I'm on such a tight line I can't carry much speed through that one. Oh, Danger Man got a bump and a big slide and a big oversteer moment for them. I mean, they've all recovered quite quickly. So you see what I was saying there about being further back. Further back, you can get a bigger run and you can pass before the finish line. Oh god, there's so many cars. So many cars are about to join the fight here. Liam, it has been fun. Most fun, well, you know, me, you, Danger Man, and Ninetales when it was that, you know, kind of 4-car battle for the lead. It's now about to become a 10-car battle for the lead. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, Valentine's going to send that. That's asking for trouble. Sorry, Gliska. It's that horrible situation of I can't turn in any sooner because there's a car on the inside. I can't turn in any later because there's a car on the outside. Oh, that's not a place I normally go. That's not a place you normally want to go either. That was very sketchy. For us, that's way too fast through there. Don't want to end up out that wide. There's not much grip jumping over the curbs on that line. See, no one's going to really want to... Oh, I say no one really wants to overtake here. It is true to a degree you don't, because you want to be able to get the slipstream pass to the line. Ewan's trying. There is it Ninetales or Danger Man is having a look behind us? It's Danger Man. Chris is to the inside. We are going to get lent on, and I think Ewan's in a very good place here. Me and Ninetales are desperately trying to slipstream. Ninetales might have got it. Ooh. Don't quite know who got it. I think Ninetales did, just. Hello, Eve. How are you doing? No, Ewan got it. Only... oh, only just, though. Christ, a couple of hundredths. Less than that, actually. Barely more than a hundredth, actually. Separated the pair of them. It is victory for Ewan. Ninetales is second. We could only manage third. Just couldn't quite get in the slipstream. Danger Man was fourth. I think it was Gliska fifth ahead of Liam at the end of all of that. It was another good race, though. It was another good race for the Jankenheim. And there we go. Chris was 7th, Valentine 8th, Lado 9th, and Drake would round out the top 10. He's incredibly close from first... Actually, from first to 14th was only separated by about 5 seconds. But yeah, I mean, first to 8th was separated by a second. It's crazy. Oh, it was a very good race. Eve has indeed appeared. She's meowed her way into the office and found her catchery. Daniel, thank you very much for the super chat. Saying, Alex, it's my 45th birthday and 22nd Father's Day. Oh, well, happy birthday to you indeed. And, you know, happy Father's Day to all. Yes, to all that it applies, etc. But yeah, well, there we go. Happy birthday. I hope you are having a good day, a good weekend, and all of that. We're going to Brown Pants now. Oh dear, that's not a sentence you normally have to say very often. But there we go. Hey Eve, how are you doing? You're just sitting there judging me. Why are you judging? What? I don't know what I've done to deserve being judged. What's the time? No, it's nowhere near your dinner time. You can quit your judging looks. I mean, cats. Cats will be cats. Cats will judge. That is their prerogative, I believe. But there we go. Oh, my tailgater can climb a random mountain. Fantastic, right. I've got to remember what these are called. I mean, I know we're looking for brown pants, but I don't think they're not actually called brown pants. Oh, no, they are called brown pants. Never mind, I thought they were called something else. We've got browner pants, and we have the brownest pants. Now, I think we want browner pants, because we've done brownest pants recently. So let's go browner pants. Okay. Nicole, thank you very much for the super chat. Saying, love your vids. Well, thank you very much. Is always appreciated. I want Chris to choose a track. Oh dear, what have you done? Okay, so we've got brown pants. We might have Bath Bag Raceway if it exists. And then we'll have a Chris choice. Apparently this is just a Lado. Apparently we've started off the stream with the Lado circuits. Everybody from the last job. I am worried about giving Chris the power to choose the track. I feel like that can only go well. That can only go really well. Which, at the end of the day, is why it is done. Hopefully Chris will still be around. I'm not sure if Chris is able to stay the whole time. But if Chris is about, we absolutely will get Chris to pick a circuit. Oh, God. Oh, God. Will Chris pick? There's a chance we could have something really silly. I don't know. Did it ever make into a video? I don't know whether... I know it was running a stream. It was running a stream a long time ago. So, Chris's first ever circuit that they ever made in the creator is hilariously wonky. Which, to be fair, so is probably most of our first ever circuits using the creator. Just most of us have deleted our first ever circuits. And I'm pretty sure we drove race Chris's first track, and I don't know whether they still have it saved. Because if they do, there's half a chance that Chris is going to end up bloody picking that one. But we will wait and see. We will wait and see on that one. Luke Rowe, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, what did Baby Corn say to Mama Corn? Where's popcorn? Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. You are going to get a boo from me. Probably from chat. I don't know. We will see what chat decides, but I definitely am giving you a boo. I feel like chat is going to give you a boo as well. Oh, we've got the tulip for this. Sure, that can go well. Lado, thank you for super chat saying why Brownie is the worst of the three. Well, we did Brownist Pants a while ago. I don't have brown pants. I don't have the original saved, apparently. So, browner pants it is. I think we did. Yeah, we did do 3 quite recently. Oh, I think. And it's also mostly because I can't remember half of the tracks and which ones are what. That also is an element of it. I don't think this is the worst. I mean, they're all good in their own ways. If this is the one that I'm thinking it is, I don't know. It'll be good entertainment either way. Any which way we do it, should be entertaining. Eve, why are you hanging off the cat tree? You do know you could fit all of you on that cat tree quite easily, but instead you're being weird. Okay, 21 people are ready to tackle the browner pants with the tulip. That's not very nice to drive. Is this the one with the boost pad after the start? It might be. I think it is, actually. Yeah, this is the one where you can get boosted into oblivion. I think it's this one. We will find out. 4 laps. 4 laps. Let's see what happens. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. So the most expensive Skoda ever built was the £500,000 cake that was used in the advert nearly 2 decades ago. Bloody hell. I mean, it kind of makes sense in a weird sort of a way. Yeah. Now, that is a cool fact. That is a cool car fact I didn't know. That is, yeah, that kind of weirdly makes... I don't know whether that advert was aired. It was aired in England. I presume it was aired in Europe. I don't know. I don't know if Americans will know that advert. It was sort of Fabia, wasn't it? Which I doubt you... Do you even get Skoda in America? You must get some of them, right? Doubt you get the Fabia. I don't know. Either way, it's a really cool advert. And... yeah, there's a weird... yeah, that does kind of make sense. Skoda have never really made anything fancy. They've always been kind of slightly more budgety cars. Nice cars, like, don't get me wrong, I like the Skodas. But yeah, they've never really made... I want a Skoda supercar now. Actually, would the rally cars have cost more? Maybe. Well, I don't know, were they full factory efforts? I don't remember. Like the Octavia rally cars, they were awesome. But yeah, maybe the cake car cost more than an Octavia rally car. Tells you about their rally program. Fabia's rallied as well, didn't they? Didn't McRae drive a Skoda at one point? Uh-oh, we're having issues. Oh, bloody hell. Not being able to get my car under control for any point. But there we go. Yeah, there was also the evil version for the VRS. I do remember that as well. Uh-oh. Please save that, Jamie. Well held. Because that was looking dicey. Now, I don't want to go too fast out here. Because I don't want to hit that wall like a bunch of other cars have done. We have come out of this in third. Oh, one of the cars ahead, I think that's Drake. These cars are not easy to drive, right? They tip and twist and fall over a lot. Like, they've got the weird handling flags. They just wander. They wander around something terrible. So yeah, they're not. These are not easy to drive, which is part of the reason why we picked them. Right, I am not too keen on. We've got a really good amount of speed here. We might be able to cheese this. Yes, let's go 4 wide. This can only go well. Yep. Normally, 2 wide is a bad idea. I'm not lifting. I have the right of way. I say I have the right of way. I'm in the middle. I'm getting through the gap. Lado and Danger Man are not getting through the gap. Oh, there's going to be comments. There's going to be comments. However, if you're the one stuck, like Liam had the right idea. When Liam realised it was going to try and be 4 wide, Liam followed the car in the middle that was going to be the one that got through the gap. I was the one in the safe place at that point. I was the one lined up for the actual gap in the wall. I think that was mostly done for the what happens if we do this. It was for the science at that point. It was pretty sure that was done for the science. Sensibly, you'd back out of it, but you know, for the science, you want to see. Oh crap! No. Yep. Lots of brown pants going on. No, land on your wheels, Tulip. I'm not really safe to go anywhere at this one, but there we go. Right. We are fine. We are okay. We've come out of that in 8th. It's not great news for us, however. I didn't think we were going to quite be having enough speed to actually land on the top of Liam, but we did, and that causes all manners of grief. Oh god, the terrible Tulip, and it's bouncing around. What is the rear suspension doing? And I think the suspension would have been better if it was made of cake, to be honest with you. Uh-oh. No. Yep, I'll have my cake Skoda instead of this terrible thing. So bad on the suspension. Ewan's just had a very big accident on their own. Well, I was trying to avoid you, and then I got a tag from Gliska, and then there was no avoiding Ewan at all. Oh, Mute's turned up at a lot of speed. Oh, there's Lado. Hello, Lado. Lado lost a lot of time having to reset. Whee, I'm going on the brakes. Gliska's hit the wall and flipped. Lado has kind of flopped out of the tube. That's not really worked for Lado either. Oh, God. The terrible... The Tulip is a cool-looking vehicle. It just drives abysmally, pretty much. We will get through. I mean, we're on our own at the moment. He might be able to catch the leaders. Catch-up is quite powerful here. You know, a lot of the track is flat out, pretty much. So, catch-up is fairly powerful. Slipstream is fairly powerful because of the long straights. If Gliska, I think it's Gliska behind us, does catch, we can work together and potentially chase after the vehicles ahead. And, especially the vehicles ahead, make mistakes. One of them has. Purple car fell off. I don't know who that was. Jamie, possibly? Yeah, I think it was. Has dropped back, so that puts us up to 6th. We will curb boost as much as we can, as much as we dare. That's the lead group. Looks like it's Dangerman, Ninetales, Drake, Liam, possibly. I mean, I can just look at the leaderboard. Liam, Ninetales, Childish, Dangerman, Drake, then me and Gliska. So yeah, we've got some work to do to catch up, but it's not impossible around here. As we said, and especially because they are likely to get in each other's way, land on roofs over these jumps, as you could already see. They're 4 wide, heading up towards a jump. We are going to curb boost. I mean, I want Gliska to catch, but I don't want to slow down to let Gliska catch because I don't want to let this front group get further away. Tulip, land nicely, please. Thank you. We will... there's a Danger Man had an issue in the landing zone of that, so we will gain a little bit of time. And this is what we want. It gives us someone to slipstream with. I say that. I actually don't want to be near another car going into this tunnel because this has been problematic for me. I just haven't been able to get to grips with the bouncing of the car. I mean, we've all got similar problems. It just seems to be affecting me worse. Look at it move. It's literally going from side to side. Oh, now Danger Man's has got the rocking going on. It is terrible in this car. This time around, though, is better for us. Kind of hit the banking and get the car turned. Make sure we get it off the banking nicely there, which we did mostly. A little bit of a slide. Oh, Ewan and Shadow have caught up. What happened to Gliska? This has fallen a fair way back. We are catching up to the leader. So Childish has made a mistake somewhere and fallen back. We can hit the side of the tube, get on the brakes, get on the brakes. That's perfect. Danger Man's gone too far. Childish has spun in sympathy. Ewan has spun off of our roof. Well, of the 3 cars that I could see at that juncture, all 3 spun, except for me. Oh, crap. Danger Man is not going to want to lift here. Danger Man is going to be ahead. Oh, we did not quite get that right. Thankfully, Childish essentially pushed us through. No real harm done. Okay. So, yeah, Danger Man was going with momentum there and was going to be ahead. It was just worthwhile lifting and letting Danger Man go at that point. Childish is going to be, I think, end up just slightly behind us here. Boost pad will kind of counter the slipstream. We're all happy just to go in line. At this point, we don't want to do anything that's going to drop us too far back. We've got a lap to go to catch the leaders. If we're smart and work together, and I appreciate... I'm saying if we all work together here, we might be able to catch the leaders and then all hell will break loose as we're trying to pass them. However, this is FailRace. We often get caught up racing each other for position, as we are currently doing. Uh-oh. I bounced. I've got a bit bounced, got a bit unsettled through there, and it's just gone wide. Danger Man is going to have a look. I don't know if you're going to be able to pull that manoeuvre off there on that line. We're not in a great space, and I get a big slide. We get a bump. I think we're going to catch the cars ahead. I think we're going to do it. So if I can get some slipstream off of Childish, which we do, hopefully Danger... Oh, one of them spun off to the left. It looked like Liam, but I'm not sure. No, I'm going to murder Childish. I do apologise. Car just snapped loose on the landing. It's one of those. It's frustrating. That could have very easily been me that got spat off the circuit. It was just that bouncy landing collision, and Childish is unfortunate there, but not much I can really do about that. Danger Man, I wasn't sure what line they were going for there. Danger Man taking a slightly funky line. I should probably have backed out of that, but I wasn't really sure what Danger Man was up to. I wonder if they'd found a slightly different line or something, but no, they've just taken a weird way into that tunnel. Maybe it's a way to kind of stop the car from bouncing. Drake's had a spin, so Ninetales leads. I finally get a good run out of that tube. Oh god, no, Tulip. Oh. That's more of the brown pants moment than anything else, that one. Christ, oh, and it just decided to stop. Well, I will congratulate Ninetales on their win, I think, at this point. I didn't think I was that far away from hooking into the tube, but apparently I was. Danger Man had nowhere to go, was directly behind, was always going to get caught up in that. Like, if I have a problem, it must have just been angled slightly too much into the pipe rather than the nose was angled too much into the pipe. Oh, forgot how bouncy these bloody things are. There's the tiniest bit of contact with it. It just wobbles its way around. Oh, what? Danger Man fell off there. That's a weird place to have an accident, although with a tulip, it happens, basically. Just weird things constantly happen with a tulip. That's the easiest way to sum it up. The car is permanently drunk. It is just a drunk car. It wanders about on its own. It has a mind of its own. It's kind of a possessed car. It's not a vindictive possessed car. It's just like a slightly mischievous poltergeist. Not a real asshole one. It's just mischievous enough to make things a tiny bit awkward. Like that, for example. I went to go across the curb, but it just kind of spat the car back the way I wasn't really expecting it to. We're going to be too far back to get a slipstream on Shadow here for the run time. We have had a good final sector, but it is not going to be enough here. Ninetales is going to take victory. We are going to cross the line in third. Yeah, Shadow makes the most second. Danger Man, I'm going to guess, just got a bounce at the bottom of the hill. I wonder if it's like the suspension compression bunts the car off the track, potentially. Valentine ends up fourth ahead of Doyle. Ewan is sixth ahead of Childish, Lado, Drake, and Mute would round out the top 10. Chris with fastest lap of the race, by the looks of it. Level 8, not enjoying the Tulip. I only drove the Tulip because I know if I didn't, everyone would have asked for it. So, you know, there is that. I mean, yeah, if we hadn't got stuck in that tube, we might have been okay. We might have been able to chase down Ninetales. Danger Man would have been there as well. It is unfortunate, but yeah, there we go. The Tulip of Danger, I think, is the best way to sum it up. But well done, Ninetales, making the most of that. FIA Stewards, thank you for the donation. So, following a review of the footage of the incident on lap 1, Browner Pants, section 2, stewards have deemed this a racing incident. Oh, well, thank you, stewards. For once, the stewards have been reasonable. I'm not sure if Lado and Danger Man agree, but yeah, they have been relatively reasonable. I mean, at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a very silly circuit, and that kind of stuff, yeah, does happen. It's part of the appeal, shall we say, of this one. We are going to have a more sensible car. We cannot drive the Vamos, thank God for that. We are going to drive the Growler instead, the Porsche, which is pretty decent as far as handling cars go. Danger Man had to pull over because of a thunderstorm. Yeah, I may well get one at some point as well. We're supposed to get one here at some point, which I wouldn't be against getting some rain. It's been very dry the last probably month. Well, I can't complain too much because it means when I go out dog walking with Carly, it's much nicer. But yeah, it is very dry. We are supposed to get a thunderstorm here. I should have said that at the start. Danger Man actually reminded me. Yeah, there is a chance that there will be a big old thunderstorm going on at some point here. I don't know whether you'll end up hearing any background noise or so on. But I mean, I've got the aircon running at the moment, to be honest, in the office. If you can't hear that, probably won't get interrupted by a thunderstorm. Right, if you would like to take part today, by the way, if you are just tuning into the stream, welcome. I know it's at a funny time of day and everything. Ewan is the person to message if you would like an invite. We're playing on Xbox. You will need the enhanced version of the game if you wish to take part. But send a message to Ewan, and he will try and get you connected to whatever madness we are doing. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying the mid-1960s Ford Thunderbird is the only car ever made with hydraulic windscreen wipers, meaning when you dry steer the wipers would do their job. When the car is running, they're driven off the power steering pump. I mean, I didn't know that. I did not know that was they were hydraulically operated windscreen wipers. That is an odd. I guess in the 60s was the time for experimental cars. Like nowadays, we get little experimental bits, but everything is pretty much set in the way it's going to be. Back then, you did get more wacky inventions and wacky cars, wacky ideas, if you like, come along. So yeah, perhaps not it's not something I'd ever thought about. It does seem a little bit unnecessary to go for hydraulic windscreen wipers. That seems a little... But, you know, I guess they were trying stuff to see what would happen. Yeah. Well, there we go. Random. There has been some very interesting car facts with Chris today. Car facts that I definitely didn't know. Oh, I do kind of now want Skoda to make a super luxury car. Not that anyone would buy it, but it would be cool. To be fair, actually, I would trust. Actually, a super luxury Skoda would basically just be an S8, wouldn't it? It would just be an S8 with a Skoda badge on it. But it would still be kind of cool. Oh, right. We're going racing with a pretend Porsche. Well, I mean, it's not really even much of a pretend Porsche. You remember the old days where GTA cars were kind of a mashup of two cars, and now they are literally just a copy with, I guess, enough change to avoid copyright, and no more. Oh, Shadow, you're very brave going to the outside there. Well, I say that actually. Liam almost murdered us when we were in a relatively safe place. So Shadow got away with it. I would not want to be on the far outside over that section on lap 1. It's a big risk. It is a big risk, because all it takes... If Liam had landed on us and bounced us sideways, we would have murdered Shadow, and there was nothing we could have done about it. Now, these cars actually have ride control on the tube. I don't want to be too far down here, because we've got to be careful. Where you exit here, there is a little lip. You've got to be just above it. That was perfect for us. Liam is right behind. Oh, Mute has turned up. Uh-oh. Land it. No. Gliska's exploded. Oh, we have landed it. We didn't quite land it initially. Oh, that's a very big accident. Yep. A very big accident hath occurred through there. Mute, I think, just lost control heading up towards that kind of second tube. Oh! Hey, level 8. Bye, level 8. Just cars in front of us. Or bouncing around in front of us. Yeah. That's not great. We will get slowed down. Mark asked if they could copyright shape. I mean, you definitely can copyright like a car design. I don't know copyright law, of course, but you definitely can copyright or trademark or whatever the hell it is a car design. You can't just physically have identical cars. I mean, you see the Chinese copies that would absolutely not be allowed to be sold over here. I mean, I was literally trying to back out of that one, and yeah. I think what happened is I was trying to back out of it as they moved before, and they were moving across before I'd backed out of it, and then once they hooked the back of the car on the front of mine, it was just going to spear towards. But yeah, you can copyright. You can't. I don't know. Toyota couldn't go out and make an exact replica of a Cayman, for example. So there is definitely some trademark, some rules about it. I just don't know all the absolute details, all the fine details on it. So yeah, there is definitely something like that. I just don't know all the details. Okay, we're on to lap number 2. Naito, where did you come from? Did you go through the pits? Oh crap! Oh crap! No. Sorry, Shadow. Oh, can't stop. Ninetales, go in a straight line. I'll wait for Ninetales, but I've got to get out of the firing line through here. I couldn't slow that one down in time. Ninetales found a lot of speed through there. Yeah, once you're in the air, you've just got no control over what's going to happen on the landing. I was trying to twist my car away as possible from Shadow, but once you're committed, you're kind of stuck there. Now, this lap can only go better. Oh, Gliska was playing that so close. I mean, the best line is literally right on the bottom when you are as close as possible to that ramp. However, it is always super risky going there. Mute with a little bit of airtime. We do not get any airtime over here. I will just lift and fall in line behind Gliska. I don't want to be going side by side. We've already had issues on that section before, so there we go. We're going for a small jump. Level 8 going for a bigger jump. Gets away with it. We've got a great amount of speed down here. Jamie is trying to get on some curbs. Oh, crap. Jamie is going to back out of it. I didn't know if I was going to be far enough alongside with Gliska to make that one work. And at this point in time, there's no reason to risk that when we're actually close to getting back into the lead fight. At the end of the day, see, I've just overtaken Gliska on the next section. Final lap of the race, through this juncture here, I might not have lifted. Or if it was funny because we were like 4 wide, I might not have lifted. But at that point, it's not gonna. There's no real gain. Or, well, both Drake and Mute bounced off either side. Gliska bounced off a side and has spun. That section is surprisingly difficult. It is a surprisingly difficult gap to get through. And what you get a lot of people, and I do it as well. I'm terribly guilty of it. Where you line up, you think you're lined up, and you realise or you think that last second you're not, and you do this. Like twitchy action because you're panicking that you're not lined up, and you end up twitching yourself into the bloody wall. We lined it up early, we just sort of held it through, and it was fine. Mute with some unfortunate curb-related oversteer right there. Ewan bounced off the wall, I think, trying to get a little bit of curb boost. We went across to get a bit of curb boost, get a bit of slipstream. I don't want to get too much airtime there. I've got a couple more laps to go. We've got plenty of time here. So no reason to do anything particularly stupid. As I say that, it's 3 wide. I saw a gap. And ambition got the better of me. I'm not going to make it 3 wide here. I'm just off throttle the whole way up there. Lado sent it to the inside and actually made that work quite well. I wouldn't have gone for that line. I didn't think that line would work, but fair play. Lado made it work. It's going to maybe lose out here. You really don't want to be low down through this section. Mute came down and there was a Ewan on the inside. That's what happens when the nat occurs. We've got loads of speed. No, Lado's gone across. Lado's trying to pass Drake. Lado's in the air. Childish with a huge amount of airtime. I don't quite know where that airtime came from, but it did. A little bit of a clonk on the wall, but there's enough cars, I think, just were pushing there that momentum sorted it out. Airtime for most of us. We bounce a little bit wide, but we'll recover it. Level 8 has dropped back. May have a spin in the tube. And is Lado going to lift? Yeah. Or Lado's going to fall into line. Whether there's a lift, I don't know. Oh, hello. I am here. I have turned up. That's fine. Ewan will get a bit of a curb boost. Doesn't actually get a good enough run off that corner to make that work, which surprises me. We will try a sneaky bit of a curb boost. It's not like we're going to really gain too much on this climb. I think we're also going to end up in a line at the top because no one wants to go side by side. Childish is thinking about it. I mean, we could actually really screw Childish over here. Yeah. Oh, well, Drake has... we've all made it through. Childish did get completely screwed over because Childish got stuck... Whoa. In a perfect world, if Childish had realised how many cars were lining up, they should have backed out, fallen into third, and just sat there. I don't think they realised how many cars. Everyone actually did a pretty good job of figuring that out, despite us, despite us all essentially being really mean to Childish there. It's Lado's turn to get boxed in. This time is stuck with me on the inside. Oh god, Drake hit the inside Kirby bit and fired across into Lado. They survived it though, and everyone is fine. Right. 2 more laps to go around here. We're in 4th. We're in the lead fight. Actually, quite a few cars are in this lead fight. I am going... Whoa. I actually missed the boost pad. Oh, crap. Whoa. Get back on the ground. Get back on the ground. Everyone survives, I think. Did Ewan... Well, Ewan, I don't know if Ewan fell off or not. Airtime was dangerous. I thought we were going to die with the... kind of wheelie we did, but no, it was Mute that was in trouble. Everyone did a good job of saving that as much as it was out of control pretty much there. We are to the lead of the race. There's a big gaggle of cars going around here. Drake is going to be stuck to the inside. Childish, I think, or was it Ninetail? One of the red cars, I don't know which red car it was, hit the jump, took the jump, actually made some good time, made not a huge loss, all things considered. Oh, Liam's taking off alongside Lado. That's bad. I'm not going to get involved in that. You know what? Sort yourselves out, folks. I could. And again, final lap, I would have done that differently. But on this lap, I am not getting involved in that. Me and Doyle actually got a bit wonkier landing. I didn't get my car twisted how I wanted it to there at all. That's fine. I mean, because we'll be back in that fight in no time. We're not going to fight Gliska through this one. We know the score. We've got another lap to go. There's bound to be more trouble on this final lap of the race. There's bound to be more trouble. There's bound to be someone going to get greedy. They're 4 wide up ahead. Someone is going to have to yield, or you're all going to wreck. I think they've sorted it out, so they're mostly 2, but no, they've not sorted it out. Drake really slowed down. I was not prepared for that. I was expecting some momentum. I was busy watching... See, I was so busy watching the crash ahead, trying to see where the gap was going to be. I didn't realise Drake had slowed so much down, because I was looking at the wrong part of the screen. Well, I said there was going to be a crash, and I was not wrong. Funnily enough, 2x2 was always going to end in disaster up at that point. So Childish leads from Gliska, then there's me and Lado, and there's a little bit of a gap back behind us, I think, to Liam and Shadow and Mutes in that next group. They will catch by the end of the race. So it's not going to be a 4-car battle for long here. We will hopefully pass Childish. Now, Lado is going to likely slipstream past us. That's okay, I don't mind that. What I don't want is to land on a car like Gliska. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. And then, again, nothing we could do about that. I had Lado to my right-hand side, and Lado was on the edge of the track, so I couldn't move. Couldn't even have hoped Lado to have moved. That's just unfortunate for Gliska. They got airtime and ended up landing on us. And when you land on a, you just sometimes you just sort of slide off the back of it and carry on. Sometimes you wheelie the car that you landed on. Sometimes you slide and spin off of it, and yeah, that's unfortunate, but it does happen with that manoeuvre. So we've got Liam and Shadow not far behind. We are just... Oh, no. We were just trying to make it neatly out of the tube on that one. Unfortunately, we ended up slightly in the back of Childish's car. Right. Well, they would be in the slipstream, so we will give them as good a chance as any to catch up. Right. Don't want the airtime over here. Actually, do not want any airtime. Well, you want as little airtime as possible. Lado's upside down, so there's a good chance for some slipstream down here. Oh, no one's going to want to lift. Oh, no, Childish has lifted. I was about to. That very much was the game of who breaks latest. None of us want to wreck at this point. We're still half in with a fighting chance. There's still half a chance. I'm not sure. I think it's Liam up at the front. Has a pretty good lead. But, yeah, we do still have half a chance at getting this. I'm trying to curb boost, but I don't want to run the risk of missing a boost pad, because that would be devastating. Oh, well, it's definitely going to be Childish that gets that one. Oh, I went to get the gap, and I missed it. Oh, I'm an idiot. So, yeah, Childish... I was trying to slot in behind Childish in front of level 8, but I just turned too far to the left. Yeah. That's a silly error, but that's the overcorrection. Essentially, it's just the overcorrection of trying to fit through the gap. And we could have been in with a fight. We could have been in the fight, in with a chance, I should say. But silly error. Really easy to do. First time this session on this track. It's just well, I'll say it's frustrating. Get your crashes out of the way early. It's not too bad. You have time to recover, but when you do it on the final lap, funnily enough, no time to recover. Well done, Ninetales with a victory. Mute is second. Shadow is on the podium, and Liam ends up in 4th. Yeah. So, I mean, that was one of those, maybe I should have lifted, because, I wanted to put my car, I knew Charles was going to go past, I just wanted to have only them go past, so I was trying to fend off the others. And maybe I would have been better off just falling back and making... Well, it would have been better falling off and making sure I was in a line. But never mind. That's how it goes on the Browner Pants circuit. Yeah. That is how it happens sometimes. Well done, Ninetales. I think that's 2 wins for Ninetales on... Apparently Ninetales has the Browner Pants in this one. And Liam got fastest lap of the race. We did not get a very good lap time at all. So, yeah. There we have it. Oh dear. Next race, we're going to try and look at... We're going to try and find Bath Bag Raceway. I don't remember what that is. There's a couple of tracks it could be. From memory, I don't think I still have it saved. However, we will find out in a second when we get through. And then after this, Chris gets to pick a circuit. What could possibly go wrong with that one? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, Eve has wandered off. Eve, we have not really had, not really had the pet shenanigans that we normally get. I guess it's because of a weird time of day. Right. Does not look like we have it anymore. It's gone. It's probably for the best. It is probably for the best that we no longer have it. Because while I don't know what it was, it's not there anymore. I mean, this is a fun circuit. Screw it. Let's go to... I hope it works. Let's go to a fun circuit instead. Sorry, it's no Bath Bag Raceway. However, this is a fun track to race around. Made by Pone. All the Pone circuits are good. So, let us load up here. We will probably go 4 laps. Gas and vehicles off. We will do that. Hey, it's actually remembering to keep the matchmaking sessions closed. That's always nice. Now, if you are just tuning in to the stream, I welcome you all. There are still some spaces if you want to take part. Ewan is the person to message alongside where we have highlighted. Yeah, send a message to Ewan, and we'll try and get you connected as soon as possible. You've got to be on Xbox, got to have the enhanced version of GTA if you want to join. But yeah, there should be some spaces. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying Ralph Lauren gets a specially made 1/18th scale model for every car in his collection. The model collection alone is said to be worth nearly $3 million, which is believable considering he owns 140 plus cars. Yeah, he has a mad car collection. I wish I had that sort of money. Yeah, I mean, I like that. That would be cool to have a model of of every car you own. That would be really cool. So yeah, if you've got the money and you've got the love of cars and everything, that's the sort of dumb thing that I would do. Well, I say dumb. It's kind of a neat thing to be able to do. I knew he had his crazy car collection. I didn't know he had models of all of them as well. That's really neat. But yeah, so if you've never played this circuit before, it is a relatively sensible track. Relatively. A bit narrow in places. However, there are, I believe, in 3 different places, some shortcuts. However, the shortcuts go through petrol stations. If you get it wrong, you will crash into a petrol pump and explode. Hold on, I've got a whole load of noise going on. Is that a cat causing chaos? Oh no. Nope, the thunderstorm has arrived where I am. It's absolutely pissing it down at my house. I thought it was a cat rustling around, but I've got, for the aircon, I've got like an exhaust that goes out the window, and I have a cover that seals the window up, and that was flapping around. I wonder if it's a cat being an asshole and batting away at it. But nope, that was just the rain and the wind blowing it around that was doing all that. But But okay, cool. All right, so we've got the thunderstorm here. So yeah, this track, there are shortcuts, but the shortcuts go through a petrol station. Be careful if you choose to take them. While they are quicker, if someone behind you drives into the petrol pump by accident and blows up, it can kill you as well. So it's kind of, you want to take them, but you don't want to take them if you're going there with a lot of other cars. It's a whole risk versus reward thing. It's a fun gamble that does tend to make this race quite hectic and quite entertaining, shall we say. Don't know why a load of random people have been invited. Once Chris has got joined, someone must have pressed a button. When Chris gets joined, we're just going to launch. Chris is here, so we are off. Right, there we go. Pets are fine. With it's not really thundering here properly anyway. Not that Apollo or the cats care. I think last firework night, Apollo slept through it most of the evening. Apollo doesn't give a crap. So, yeah, unlikely. Animals don't care. There's a tiny chance, Storm could cause internet-related issues. I doubt it, but yeah, I mean, everyone can... everyone can hear and everyone knows what's going on, so if the stream suddenly dies, either Eve has pulled out a wire she shouldn't, or it's Storm-related. Or I guess possibly Apollo. But he's downstairs, so it'd be very difficult for him to pull out a wire. So... there we go. Right. It is time to go racing. We have the new, what is it, Buffalo STX. Well, we will try and sneak our way through ghost mode. Oh dear. This is going to go really well. Whoa. That was... oh, sorry, Valentine. I was trying to clear some space, and Valentine was, well, in the space that we were aiming for on that one. Got 3 wide, almost 4 wide down here. We'll just push Gliska forward at this point. Try and make this pass work the long way around. And the thing is, like, all of this is slightly academic. I say that. Like, we're going to have to make a choice coming up here. I'm on the outside. I am not going for... Someone is going to go for the petrol station, and that's fine. I'm happy to avoid it at the moment because there was so much chaos going on the inside. It just wasn't worth risking the kind of cut across to get to it. I would rather sit back and just play it sensibly. And yeah, now you see, we'll just get ourselves to the lead here. Generally, you get sort of 2 lines of cars. The cars on the inside will go for the petrol station. The cars on the outside won't, because it's a bit risky to go and do that. I'm going to be the car on the outside. As you can see, Gliska went for the petrol station and got turned trying to go for it. Liam has appeared. Oh, and there's the first explosion. 3 cars. Salmon, Shadow, and Fred. Don't know which one was the one that actually instigated it, but you see the difficulties with that. Lord, level 8 is brave, looking to the outside there, and indeed it doesn't work. We will come out of all of this in seconds. We will have the speed and time to get ourselves through the petrol station. So that's the petrol station route. You can see the gap that we made to the likes of Chris, who went the long way round, but it is a huge risk. That one there is not flat out through that petrol station either. We definitely had a lift through all of that to get the car. Some cars might be flat, depends on the vehicle you're racing and everything, but we are definitely not flat through there. 5 laps may have been a little bit too long a race, but never mind. Royness? I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, asking did I watch the 24-hour Le Mans. I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it, but I did watch some of it. It was good. It was good, actually. It's great to see the hypercar class actually, you know, having lots of vehicles, lots of different manufacturers competing and the likes. So yeah, it was entertaining. I'm say disappointed. It's gutting that the NASCAR gearbox broke. It's such a shame that that one broke. It was doing so well. I mean, it did so well as it was. Everyone expected it to be terrible, and then it was faster than all the GTE cars, GTM, whatever the hell the damn things are called. I don't remember now. There's too many categories of the same similar name. But yeah, it was really cool to see that car actually going very well. So yeah, it was good. It was actually a very good race for most of it. Oh, I'll give a bump. And it was great to see Ferrari do well. It's great to see someone else doing well is probably the best way to put it. I'm not a massive Ferrari fan. It's just nice to see a different manufacturer competing up at the front. Oh god, we've got a load of cars behind us. We will barrel into that one there. Gliska actually went even braver than I did. Yeah, it is that whole it's the whole risk versus reward thing. You can chance going for an even narrower gap and trying to carry speed. Lado's going to have a look there. I'm expecting that yellow car at the inside, so we'll leave space. Again, there's no real reason to close the door at the moment. We can kind of get a sneaky little bit of a curb boost. Gliska is going to want to go into the petrol station. Oh, that's so dangerous what we're doing there. If either me or Gliska makes a mistake, and all it has to be is a tiny mistake through there, we both explode. We both get knocked out of first and second doing that. That is so dangerous. It's quicker, but it is so dangerous. Oh. We end up giving Lado a little bit of a help in the braking zone. Chris has given us a little bit of a help in the acceleration zone. And we will give Gliska a bit of a help through this next section. Okay, there's a lot of cars now all gathered back up at the front. As is the way these races are kind of designed to go. We want the races close. It's more exciting when you have a big pack of cars. Oh god, but it is sketchy on this circuit. Of all the circuits, this is the one where a big pack of cars is really even more sketchy than normal. So all as you saw with me and Gliska going through a petrol station, all it takes is one car to make, that little error. Hello, Cascas. How are you doing, buddy? Nice of you to turn up. Yeah, all it takes is that one little error, and everything goes terribly wrong. We are on the outside of Chris. Oh, God, we are on the outside, and we are losing the back end through there. I am going to go through the fire and flames, and exploded. Yeah, Lado hit that hard, and that was it. Lado just pushed it a little too hard on essentially the braking zone. Just ran into that corner with a bit too much speed. I shouldn't have gone for the petrol station. I went for the petrol station because I was on that side of the track, and I thought we would be okay. I should have gone the long way round. Hindsight is 20/20 and all that. Yeah, at the end of that, yes, I absolutely should have gone the long way round. However, weren't to know at the time the antics started how it was all going to pan out. That was a little bit brave from me. almost got an exploded, got in there too fast. Drake is going to have a look. Yeah, that's a difficult place to get a pass done. We left space. Like, if Drake had gone for it, there would have been space, but it would have been difficult. Oh, Gliska's exploded. I think Gliska may have blown up on this one. Oh, it's a delayed explosion that kills Valentine and maybe Childish. That's really unfortunate. Not seen that before on this track. Christ. Okay, that's new and different and scary. So Gliska blew up from the lead. I presume it was, I don't know exactly. But a car blew up, certainly seems to be a Gliska. And it set fire to the petrol pumps that didn't blow up immediately. So the cars further back that were thinking it would be fine, safe and clear, it was not fine, safe and clear. And a couple more exploded later on. That's a new fear to deal with on this circuit that I didn't know could happen. Fun. That's something else that we're going to have to worry about. There is a parked danger man who is probably having to deal with something real life. So Pode is in chat, the creator of this wonderful circuit. I'd say Pode could do with an update for prop removal and so on, possibly. I mean, it's a very cool circuit. We've always enjoyed this one. But yeah, maybe getting rid of a couple of lampposts if it allows would not be a terrible idea. Ninetales has blown up, and I wasn't sure if that had blocked. See, now I'm scared of going through the petrol station in case, if a car has blown up in front of me, in case there's a random fire that's going to knock or going to explode as I'm going through a little further back. Also, the main reason, though, I didn't go through is I saw the wrecked Ninetales car wobbling about, and I didn't know where it was going to land, and I didn't want to fling my car into the petrol station only to get caught out with a sort of stuck bit of car, essentially, and lose a heap of time. I've still not got that one right. I took a bit too much speed on the way in for the line I'm taking. I do slowing it down a bit more and then sorting it out earlier and accelerating through. Slow in, fast out is what we needed on that part of the track, and I'm not doing it at the moment. So, who is going for petrol station? Ewan and Chris and us. We might leapfrog our way up. Nah, not particularly. We're right there, though, now. We were a little bit further back as we went through there, so maybe not a big surprise. I was also a smidge slow because I was being a smidge cautious. We will pass Doyle through there, although it was a bit of a send. A bit too much of a send, really, for me. We'll get it slowed down through this next section. 1 lap to go. There's the 5 of us. Drake's a little bit further back. Might catch by the end of all this. And then it's Salmon a smidge further back than that. Chris with a big slide on the way up the hill. We will take the lead away. We wouldn't have been close enough. I mean, there is a chance, definitely a chance that a slipstream run to the line here, of all places. Level 8's to the inside. We've got Ewan maybe having a look for the middle. It's not quite going to work. He will get alongside, but will not have that speed on the exit, which we do. That should put us back to the lead of the race. And then Ewan may well go inside. Sure enough, big slipstream run will do that. Now, who is going to go where for this first petrol station? Cars at the back of the train are more likely to go... I cannot go for the petrol station. There's cars on the inside. I cannot risk it because I don't know where they're going to be. Oh, and I'm glad I didn't. It exploded. Is that Ewan gone? I think it is. I think Ewan somehow survived, but Ewan is out of contention for the victory, at least, with an explodey petrol station moment. Us with a good run past 2 cars. Oh, big 2-wheel moment for us through there. Level 8 is alongside. I mean, the question really is who is coming with us. Apparently Chris is. God, they're so dangerous. Someone else has exploded further back, although they're not killing cars at the moment. There are just some explosions going on, and people are getting away with it. It's super risky in a whole load of places. Chris is going to back out of that one. We've got one more shortcut to go. Who is going to be brave enough to take it? Who is going to not go for it? What way is Doyle going? Doyle is not taking the shortcut. We are through here. Oh, Chris is gone. Chris tried to follow. Chris made an error, made a mistake. We are out the other side with the lead of the race. Gliska and Drake have caught up at the moment. They could be in a good position for a slipstream towards the line here. Level 8 is still in prime position here for a big slipstream run towards the line. Level 8 is going to go to the inside through here. We are going to get stuck out a little bit wide. There's not a huge amount of space to go for there. It is a case of, can we follow Doyle up here? Is the slipstream going to kick in soon enough? Nope. Well, Gliska pushed us across the line in 3rd. Thanks for the push. 'Tis much appreciated. We were all trying to get into the right position for a run to the line, and Gliska, yeah, we're all just shuffling, trying to get to that position. We ended up getting turned and then got pushed across the line. Doyle took victory. Well done on that one. Level 8 is 2nd. We end up 3rd in what would be a hilarious photo finish. With Gliska in 4th, ahead of Drake. Ewan ends up 6th, ahead of Liam. Oh, that's a big old flash of lightning. Not that you can see, but... oh, and there is the thunder going on. Now there is the thunder going on. Oh, that was a great race. That was actually a really, really good race. That was a really good race. It had everything that you wanted from a petrol station danger round, pretty much. Well done, Doyle. Kept it clean throughout. Played it safe, actually, with not going through the petrol station, and then it worked at the end of the day. It worked very, very well. Yeah, to take victory. We gambled, and it almost worked for us. Just not quite. But hey, I'll take a podium at the end of the day. Oh, right. We shall see what our next car is going to be. Oh, hello, cats. I know why you're hanging about, because you think it's nearly dinner time, don't you? So we had muscle cars. Let's go SUVs. Let's play it dangerously. I mean, could it be the... I guess it could be the Patriot limo, Patriot stretch. I don't know if Pone was mean enough to do that to us, although it wouldn't surprise me. If you do want to take part in this race, or future ones in this stream, Ewan is a person to message. Alongside where we have highlighted is a Ewan's game tag. Send Ewan a message, and he will try and get you connected. You need GTA on Xbox, of course, and you need the enhanced version if you wish to join. Yeah. I love how it has to say in the title it's June friendly. Pone doesn't remember how mean they were. That's probably for the best. Still random bits of thunder going on. We're not going to do Junes this time, mostly because that's always done around here. We're going for a little variety. A little bit of variety. And because the last one was such a good race, actually, that we want to potentially have another good race. It still might be silly. We might have the Patriot stretch, for all I know. But, yeah. We will see. I think defining friendly means it will physically fit through the circuit. It's not going to be nice to drive, but it will physically fit and it won't get stuck in the petrol. Ah, the Rebler GTS. I mean, I don't like SUVs, however, in general, just as a rule in life. Although this one here is normally pretty good to race. This is normally pretty... sensible, and you normally get some very, very close racing with it. So, happy with that. I think the goal is going to be... Don't go through petrol stations. I'm certainly not going to go through the first one on the opening lap unless I'm absolutely forced to, by virtue of the chances of there being a big explosion, or maybe they're not even going to get to there, but before there is a big explosion, or there's a big crash. Anyway, there's a gap we found. Oh, that's a loss of speed. We have helped level 8 into a braking zone there. I have gone very wide in said braking zone. We're going to carry lots of speed on the exit. However, that's... no, actually, it's quite good. It's quite good. We're going to help level 8 again. I don't think level 8 wants any help. No. There's no space for help at the moment. We are 2 and 3 wide. Ooh, a few cars battling about. I'm definitely not going for the petrol station. Me and Small Man are pretty much... a few cars went to turn across. If you're on the outside, you really can't turn across. You've really got to be aware that if you're on that wider line, because all it takes is one car on that inside line to not want to take the petrol station, which they're allowed to not want. You know, you're allowed to not want to go through the petrol station, and yeah, you get in trouble. So yeah, the wide line, you've got to really avoid it. Oh, we get sliding. We get a little bump from Ewan as well. I think we're going to be... Well, we are going to go for the petrol station here. Oh, Ewan! Oh. Oh, that's... That might be the great escape of the day. How on earth did no one explode there? Like, Ewan realised what was happening quick enough to be able to dive out of that and not push me into a pet. Because if I'd hit a petrol pump, I would have exploded, Ewan would have exploded. A whole bunch of people would have actually gone in that. Oh. I think I would have survived if I'd gone through there, but... maybe not. Yeah, I think I made the right choice to bail out of that. I was half committed to it. And then everything exploded, and then we panicked and just chucked the car away. We lost some time, but honestly, I think it was the way to go there. Christ. This been a scary first lap. There has been some more brown... There has been browner pants on this than on brown pants so far. I don't even know which one was scarier. Ewan pushing us sideways or heading towards a petrol station as it exploded and then the panic of, oh crap, turn away from that. I don't know which was worse, to be honest with you, but neither was good. Oh, that was a terrible line as well. Don't bump the wall like that. Christ. We're somehow still 9. We're not actually a million miles away from the leaders either. Like, we're still well within a chance of winning this somehow after an absolutely shocking first lap. Although, because we didn't blow up, I guess. We did the important thing of don't blow up on lap 1. Even if Ewan really tried to make us blow up, we actually didn't blow up. Oh, no, I've overcooked it. I've overcooked it, driving it a bit too hard through there. Doyle's got spun and is still in the way a little bit. Okay, we are actually going to be fine to go through the petrol station. We're a little bit further back, so if I can make up some time, that would be good. Mute tried to make up time and got it wrong. There is the danger of going through that petrol station. So yeah, I looked back. I was on a bit of a weird line. It's actually a good line. That line is good for carrying a lot of speed into the petrol station, but you cannot have another vehicle around you because cars are not going to expect you to take a really wide sweep into it. So that's why I was checking to make sure Shadow was far enough back that they weren't going to be able to hit us. That was great. That was about as much speed as I'd want to take through there. We've caught the pack ahead. We're going to slingshot our way to the front. Almost. I was hoping I could get everybody. It was a really greedy pass. Not going to lie. It wasn't completely necessary, that, but we had so much momentum, it was almost worth a go. Level 8 is going to avoid the petrol pumps. I am not. We are cleanly through there. Who followed? Only a couple of cars, actually. We are out the other side. I mean, we'll leapfrog and we'll take the lead, but yeah, there are certainly risks involved with that one. Chris wants to make a fight of it, so we will continue the battle, although we're not going to be able to do much. Ewan is going to potentially take the lead away from me and then from Chris, and then it looks like level 8 is going to push Chris and we're going to push Ewan. Thankfully there's no petrol station to deal with down here. I'm just going to lift because this corner here causes problems. We've seen it in the past, and we are out the other side quite nicely. A couple of laps to go here. It's manic. It's absolutely manic, this circuit. Level 8's in the wall on the outside. It's a very sideways car. I don't know if that's Shadow or Salmon back there. It looks like there's a whole group are now starting to catch up. Oh, hey, Ewan. Ewan got that one a bit wrong in the braking zone. Ewan got it wrong, and we were just stuck getting it wrong on the outside because there was nothing I could do about the understeering Frosty Gold machine. Ewan is right behind us. Oh, level 8's to the inside. That's going to run out of space. We might run out of space here, so we're not going petrol station this time around. No chance. Too many cars on the inside. I'm happy to go the sensible line. Not going to try risk cutting across. In fact, even Chris didn't want to go for the petrol station this time. Someone will. Someone 100% will, and they did. Childish and Danger Man have gone for it and come out in good positions. Yeah, if you watch a bunch of the cars ahead of you not take it, you're going to go for it. Sorry, it's Salmon that came out for you. You're going to take it. You're going to take that chance, perhaps. But yeah, more cars avoided it that time around than I thought were going to. I think that first petrol station is the hardest one to aim for, personally. This one's not too bad. I say that as I beans it up. Oh, I lost the back end on the way in. Oh, and Liam and Childish exploded. Okay, I take it back completely. That was more of me being an idiot than anything. Christ, we've got so much. It's not actually going to matter because we're still going to come out with the lead of the race by the next point anyway, regardless of the fact that we almost died twice in that petrol station. We've always Austin Powers it twice at a petrol station as well, which is not great. Oh, don't hit the tree. Oh, I was worried that Danger Man was going to do an explode on the outside because I just couldn't see it, and I have, of course, no control over that one. But no, it was all good. We were all safe through that one. Danger Man is there looking. We're both going to end up understeering wide and bumping a wall slightly. Okay, one more lap to go after this one. Got to be aware of the back end moving about quite a lot in these low speed corners. Ewan's alongside, won't make that pass stick. Better to kind of try and sit back and wait for a slipstream run, although me and Danger Man fighting has kind of killed that run for Ewan, although not quite enough as the Frosty Gold machine hits the front. There's a lot of cars together here. There's a lot of cars together here. We will dive. We will get it stopped in time and take the lead of the race. Now, we're likely to see at least one car back past. It depends on how much they fight each other, of course. The more they fight, the more me and Ewan might be able to get away. We can sweep around the outside. Again, I'm not wanting to go for this petrol station. Even though I have got the lead, I don't want to go for the petrol station. If Danger Man wants to take it, that's fine, but I do not want, and no one has really wanted to go for it. A couple of cars further back have gone. Oh, Valentine has turned up. Yeah. Oh, Ewan clipped a wall and spun. I think Ninetails may have taken it, but I'm not sure. It's the downside of that being kind of spat out into the pack is that, yeah, you do end up at a slightly funky angle compared to the cars currently running. I mean, we lost some time. Valentine actually came off worse anyway. Alright, we do want to go through this one. I say that, I don't know if I do. No, everyone's actually been quite well behaved. Dangerman has lost out a little bit. Ninetales gains. Salmon has made contact with level 8. They're both in trouble. We dodged that accident. We make it to second place. So, Ninetales leads. We're second. Dangerman is in third. Then it's Shadow and Ewan is not far behind. Now, I'm not going petrol station this time around. Ninetales will do it. Will anybody explode on the inside? No. Ninetales basically gets pushed out of there by Dangerman. Ewan and Shadow have gone the kind of long way round. Oh, I think Dangerman was lifting to give the place back to Ninetales for the assist out of the petrol station. We are in a little spot of bother here. Ninetales is to the inside, and I didn't know whether I could shut the door on that one or not. There. Oh, they've all fought each other. They might be, unfortunately, close enough to get a big slipstream pull to the line, or they might be just a little bit too far back. I think they've all fought each other into oblivion. I think we did it. It is very close. It's very close. Oh, we did. We took it. We will claim victory. Ewan is second. Dangerman is third ahead of Ninetales. So yeah, our avoid the petrol station might have been... I think it might be the way to go in a weird way. It's like you stay out of trouble and there's bound to be chaos. Yeah, so Dangerman and Ninetales tangled a little bit in there and we made the most of it, even though it was a hell of a close fight. Oh, good. Another really good race. Another really good race indeed. Gary, thank you very much for the super chat. So, has anyone else pointed out that Bumpy sounds exactly like PM Harold Wilson, the actor Jason Watkins from The Crown? Seriously, he could be a vocal doppelganger, a Bumpy ganger or doppel Bumpy. I've never seen that show, so I have no idea at all. I'm afraid, but. I mean, anyone else in chat seen it? Anyone know if that is true? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know on that front. If so, then that's kind of cool. But maybe, I mean, maybe Bumpy actually is an actor and is just fooling all of us. Who knows? There we go. Art, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, I don't understand why some people use fractions instead of decimals. It's pointless. To be fair, though, you got to draw the line somewhere, or else people will think you're being irrational. But that is beside the point. You're going to get a boo. I mean, while I appreciate the intelligence of the terrible pun, well, I say intelligence, but yeah, trying to make a slightly more complex terrible pun rather than a fart joke, you are going to get a boo. You are going to get a boo from me, from chat, and and so on. But yeah, at least it was a slightly more intellectual level of terrible pun. Oh, I've got Chris is picking the circuit for this next one, which can only go well. I'm gonna have to try and at them. I don't know if I'm going to. Right, we're going to shout at Chris. Bear with. I don't know if Chris is still... Is Chris... I don't even know if Chris was in that last race. So, we'll try. I genuinely fear for what the invisible AK might end up picking. We will see. We will see what mess we are going to be running. I don't know whether Chris is actually going to load it up or whether I'm going to be told what one to load up. Chris has picked Ewan's airport track. What one's that? What's Ewan's airport track? So I made a thing something. I just don't remember what number I made a thing it is. The airport track's actually quite good. From what I remember. Is it I made a thing 11? I'm presuming this is the one that that it is. It's Ewan made circuit at the airport. A fairly sensible Chris selection at this point. And I'm going to just say fairly sensible, because it's actually quite a difficult track to overtake on. You've got to be quite patient around here. It is a fun track. It does really remind me of a Formula E circuit. And I don't mean that in a bad way either. Oh. I can't actually put catch-up on. Ewan, what has happened to your circuit? Well, we're going to do one race. Might have to change this if it doesn't really work. It might be a bit boring. We shall see. Drake, thank you for the donation. Saying thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. I mean, it was actually a terribly short thunderstorm, so it's not too bad. Haiku time as well. Big rush to win first. Lado smash. Drake crash. Big bang. Petrol station. That basically sums up that previous circuit. Just there is a big crash and. Yeah, things explode. P.S. Carlton 1P demands a brazen circuit. We can have a brazen circuit. That is a possibility. Chris, thank you for the donation as well. Saying the designer of the original Ford KA said this car should be recognisable from every angle and is the epitome of great car design. I mean, I guess it is distinctive. I'm not going to lie. The car, the KA, whatever you want to call it. It's not the worst car in the world. It's not the ugliest. It's not the worst. I mean, the original ones, they've got better as they've gone on. The original one wasn't massively pretty, but it wasn't hideous. Certainly was distinctive, at least. So it's something. Yeah, sure. If you do want to join, Ewan is the person to message. The game tag is alongside where we have highlighted. Send Ewan a message. You've got to be on Xbox. You've got to have the enhanced version. And he will try and get you connected. So, yeah, what looks like happened is this was being tested for something, and in the creator, catch-up's been turned off, which means I now cannot turn it on. So, we'll try it. We'll try it. With Slipstream on, it might not be the worst in the world, but I do fear it's just going to end up in there'll be a little mistake. The field will get very spread out, and if you there's going to be a lot of cars running around in no man's land or in very small groups. We will see. It'll probably be a good demonstration of why we tend to run with Slipstream and catch up on. You do sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you get really good races. We have had a couple, but the probability is a lot less. It's likely to get spread out. And this, as I said, this track is tough to pass on. This track is tough to pass on. You've got to be patient. You've got to bide your time. And, yeah. Okay, well, we'll give it a go. We'll start off with some... Let's go with some sports cars. 8 laps. Quite short laps around here. Yeah. It is important to work together. The chances of a FailRace crew being able to do that. the FailRace stream. Can we work together in challenging moments? Possibly we can work together. Ooh. Oh, is this all unlocked? Oh, crap. I'm hoping... Are people going to do the sensible thing and get the first car? Right, this is a problem. Well, I'm going to get the first car, and I'm going to hope others have done the same thing. Don't know how fast the 10F is in comparison to others. Yeah, it's... Ewan, you've broken it! It's all broken. It's all gone wrong. We're going to blame Ewan. Even though Ewan does help a lot with these streams and inviting people in and all of that kind of stuff. We're still going to blame Ewan. You've made a mess. It's all terribly messy. It's all terribly broken. Looks like most people have got the idea, which is fantastic. We can't really shout at people who picked the wrong car because there wasn't really supposed to be a car. We can shout at Ewan. Yes, shout at Ewan. If in doubt, it's all Ewan's fault. Oh, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We know the track's good, at least. We can't go wrong with the circuit. I mean, we have... I also have, of course, the wonderful host advantage, whereby we can start on pole and we can have a clean track. And someone has rolled from further back. It was quite a big roll as well. Normally, I would agree with the blame Lado, but this time it is not a Lado fault in the slightest. Oh crap! Understeer. And I need to sneeze. Please don't do that in the middle of a race. Really distracting. Trying not to crash while sneezing. I tell you what, bloody Formula 1 drivers and so on, if you get really bad hay fever, it must suck. Trying to... I don't know. I have never had, like, hay fever issues while, you know, having... well, with a race helmet or anything like that. I don't know whether you would... I guess you'd probably be well covered enough. Like, when you've got the helmet on and everything, the pollen's probably not going to irritate you. But it would really suck trying to wrestle a Formula 1 car around the bloody circuit and sudden hay fever decides to absolutely screw you over. It's not what you want. Not what you want at all. So it's me and Liam, a little gap back to Ninetales and Shadow, I think it is. Turn 1, we are flat pretty much. We'll be flat all the way through here. I think as the leader you can basically be flat the whole way through this section. Liam is going to look to the outside. It's a long way around there, but it might just work. It's a great pass. It's a great pass to pull that one off, to sweep all the way around the outside and take the lead of the race. Not going to be any space for us here. Hello, Evie. You're expecting dinner soon. You're going to have to wait a little bit, I'm afraid, Jonky Cat. We brushed the wall through there, which was not good. I mean, this section here, there's not really an overtaking spot. Most of this is just follow the leader. You might try a move here, which is what we did, but did not quite pull it off. This is probably your next best spot if you can get a good run off of the corner. We will have enough of a run to get alongside Liam. Oh, I was going to duck underneath. My goal was to try and duck underneath Liam through there, but Liam actually bumped off the barrel on the inside and got fired wide. So, oh, now our turn to do it. Oh, we might have actually beansed it a little bit, because that is going to put us out of slipstream range, I should think. Liam goes across all the way to the inside, I think trying to break the toe, essentially, down there. It's not going to be enough. No, we are still very much in the slipstream. We get a little slide across the dirt, and we will duck to the inside. We're not going for that spectacular pass around the outside. We will just go for the... Oh, God, dive up the inside. Stop bumping the inside wall. Who is that flying? Someone has flown clear off the circuit. That was an impressive flight path for a car. I don't know who it was. Couldn't make out a colour. So... It's not even a place you expect to see a car going for a flight, if I'm being honest. Liam is going to get to the inside, and I'm not fighting. I'm going to lose a lot of time if we fight that. So as we're fighting, we've actually allowed Valentine to catch up through here. Oh, there might have been a slightly faster car. I don't know. I don't know what the relative performances of the cars are in this game. So I don't know whether that's a slightly faster car or not. Certainly, they have caught up to this lead battle. We are going to be maybe a little too far back for this. Not quite. Oh, Liam did it again. It's not as bad this time. We sneak alongside, but a curb boost from that was enough to drag it away. We will get on the brakes. Now I've got to not do it. Alright, here we go. In the draft, down towards turn 1 we go. big slipstream pull will do the job. Valentine will follow. And that will put us to the lead. I'm going to presume... Oh, no, Valentine did not quite get the Maserati alike past. I can't remember what it's called in the game. Liam is going to go to the inside. I was kind of expecting it. And we will try for better exit here. Can we? Not quite. Not quite able to clear it through there. That's fine. The green car is still looking... As I said, you have got to be patient. Even with catch-up, this track is really difficult to pass on. Really, really difficult to get a pass completed on. Because it's so fast. There's so little in the way of braking zones and so narrow through a lot of this circuit. So, yeah, you really have to be very precise. Oh, big kick of oversteer. Valentine had to bail pretty much and go very wide to avoid us. And, I mean, I think that might pretty much be Liam won this race now. Me and Valentine will fight for second, and barring a mistake from Liam, because we're now out of the draft, it's going to be very difficult to catch up. The best bet we have is me and Valentine work together. I say the best bet, the only bet we really have, because even if we're, what is the gap, 2.5 seconds. So yeah, we'd have to be a second a lap quicker than Liam, which just isn't going to happen. Pretty much on our own. Oh, God, pushing it very hard. I mean, you know, Liam may make little errors. Is Valentine gonna? He's not really got the run there to do all that much. We have gone nicely through that section. Valentine's still looking, but it's so difficult to get through these corners side by side that it is just quicker to follow and then wait for the start-finish line. So that green car is going to want to be right behind us, coming onto the start-finish straight and try to get the pass into turn 1. That's basically where you're going to want to go and try your pass maneuver. You might try it, as you've seen, down the chicane if you are right there, which Valentine is, although I'm very quick onto this section. We were skimming the walls pretty much, which is asking for trouble, but we kind of got to. There's no chance we catch Liam without skimming the walls. And now Valentine is going to be close enough to have a look into turn 1, I should think. I just can't match Liam's pace. Liam's just too quick around here. And this is the problem. This is why we don't do races without catch-up. While, yes, we had a good battle with Liam, we're having a good race with Valentine, but if Valentine makes a mistake, or, you know, if I have a crash, you just end up driving around on your own for most of the race. There's a lot of cars that are. I think there's a couple of cars parked up because, you know, they've had issues and now they've not got an exciting race at all. We can fire back past. I mean, it's not helped a little bit by the fact that we haven't quite got the right cars, although most people got the 10F. Valentine is going to not have a look. And, of course, as soon as we start fighting, any chance of catching Liam is absolutely gone. It's so far gone. And while he's, you know, credit to Liam as to how fast they are at everything, it just makes for a very boring GTA race. So that's why we don't tend to do this. Valentine is going to have a look. No. Valentine is just taking their... Well, I say it's taking their time. He's just playing it safe. We've got a couple of laps to go. I mean, you don't want to go and make a half-assed pass and I didn't know if that was going to get sent to the inside. I couldn't really see, so I left plenty of space in case it was. Because you don't want to get taken out at this point, because you've got no hope of catching up. We are not going to be close enough for a pass into turn 1. It's going to be into the hairpin, basically, for us. That if a pass is going to happen, is where it's going to happen. And Valentine is going to stick out wide. We will go for... I mean, we're basically going for our favourite pass. It is the main overtaking opportunity. Oh, and Valentine's made a mistake on the exit. I don't know if I ran wide. My cats have got the zoomies occurring. Not even the one you think. It was Cass. It was Cass with all the energy that just shot out of the office. Oh, Valentine's hit another wall. Once they hit another wall, I think they just ran wide at the hairpin. They have hit a wall now. And we will probably just go into let's run around on our own. Liam is 6 seconds ahead after, well, mine and Valentine's fighting. So yeah, one oversteer moment. It dropped me out of the slipstream, and that was it. that was it. That was all it took. And yeah, oh, there's a flash of lightning going on outside mine as well. Will that green car be able to catch on the final lap? It's about, I think it's maybe a smidge faster a car. Not by much. It has got company though. So hopefully Valentine will be busy fighting level 8. Will not be able to catch us. That's the goal. Fingers crossed and everything. Oh, carefully does it. When you want to be flat through there, you definitely can be. It is dicey though. Oh, not quite got that corner perfect. But I got it well enough, just definitely not perfect at the moment. We will head around this area. It's a very fun circuit, this, as I said before. It's a great track. Feels very Formula E-esque. Always been difficult to pass. And I don't think that's helped with the having no catch-up on. We will. All I've got to do is just not bump a wall, pretty much. Liam is 6 seconds clear at the front. Yeah, we were, was it about 2.5 seconds after the slide, and we lost about a second on our own, and then we lost a lot more fighting with Val. It was a fun battle, do not get me wrong. Enjoyed the race with Valentine very much. Enjoyed the battle with Liam for a couple of laps. Could not quite keep pace. Liam will claim a victory. We will claim a second, barring anything crazy. I think we might have caught... Did we catch a little at the end? Maybe, maybe not. We are across the line. Looks like level 8 is going to cross the line in third. And it was level 8 that got fastest lap of the race. Nicely done, level 8. 22.5. Was slipping a bit with the Corsita, I think, at the end, but still, very good going. From level 8. Ninetales ended up in 5th, Dangerman 6th, Blisker 7th, Ewan 8th, ahead of Mute, and Salmon would round out the top 10. Most people got the ideas. But it's fair enough because I made a mistake, massive mistake with that one anyway. So yeah, well done everybody for figuring out what we needed to do. And now you see why we generally don't run without catch-up on. You know, we've had races where first to 10th are separated by a second, and while, yes, it's a little bit fudged, I would prefer that to, I say cruising around on your own. We luckily didn't, but it would be very easy for it to end up like that. Okay, well, that track's going to need a little bit of a fix. Gary, thank you for the super chat. Trying to get me to say that I will... announce new Survive the Hunt episodes every week. I'm not going to announce that. Survive the Hunt will be once a month with potentially some months, depending on what's happening and what's going on. Occasionally special ones like a No Limit or maybe a Hunt the Survivors in the middle of a month. They are going to remain a once a month thing. You know, that's That's what we're going for. But there might be special ones. There might be like Gone in 48 Minutes occasionally. Definitely not going to be weekly, Christ. It's difficult enough to film them once a month. And, you know, the odd special one, let alone trying to do them all the time. I don't have enough days. Like, even if I wanted to, I physically don't have enough days now in the week, really, for everything. Between streaming and other filming commitments, etc. It is... yeah. Not so easy, but yeah, it's nice try. You definitely gave it a good go, but yeah. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. So in case you didn't see, me and Hyper have decided to buy a car and flip it for more money. We've bought a Renault Megane Cabrio, which we got for £550, which surprised us. It's going in for an MOT tomorrow, which we're scared about. We're hoping to get 1,200-ish. I mean, if you know what you're doing, Do we just hype it to work on cars? Sometimes. I don't know if I trust Chris. But no, if you know what you're doing and if there's anything wrong with them and you can fix them up yourself and sell them on, yeah, absolutely. Great idea. Great idea. There's definitely money to be made with that one. I'd love to be able to. I don't have the mechanical knowledge. Patience. Definitely don't have the time. But I also... Jesus, Zoomy Cat just went out of the office at warp speed. Bloody hell, Cass. But yeah, if you get good luck, definitely a good way to make some money if you can. Good luck indeed with that. I'm going to just pick up a random circuit that we can go to, seeing as Ewan's one's a little bit broken. That wasn't quite the track I thought it was going to be. Let's just have a random look through here. That's terrible. Oh, that's a 30-minute build. Okay, well, it wasn't terrible. God, I don't remember. I don't know what half of these. What's this one? Snap you FUD. Well, it's not quite the U and air. I'm going to load it up, and if it's terrible, we'll do one round, because then it'll technically... You normally do 2 rounds a circuit. I don't remember what Snap you FUD is, but it's something, apparently, that we can do on 93% approval rating. Wow, that is impressive, considering we normally have the running joke of downvoting every track we run on. Even if it's good or whatever, we just still downvote it. So maybe that means this circuit's terrible. Who knows? Sakota, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, hello, Alex. If you have to let off the gas in an ice-powered car, do you have to let off the electricity in an electric car? I guess you would. Yeah. I guess terminology is going to change. That will take a long time to change. But yeah, I guess you would. I mean, I guess you would go, yeah. I guess that would, whatever the terminology would be for it, but possibly. I guess, or rather, you perhaps wouldn't even have you wouldn't have let off the electricity. You might just say you'll let it regen or something, because isn't that what basically you lift off and say with the Formula E cars, you can lift off and they'll just regen power when you're coasting, essentially. So maybe that would end up being how the terminology would change. We will have to wait and see. Evie, I don't know if you can hear her. She's trying to have a conversation. Eve, what's up? You're going to go quiet now. Now I'm noticing you. You're not going to be cute and respond. No, you're just going to sit in the doorway. You strange kitten. Not really a kitten anymore, but dumbass. Chris, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, in the 50s, Philco Electronics... in the 50s, Philco Electronics bought the Spring Mist Green colour off Ford to put it on their washing machines. I guess... Yeah. I mean, that's the first I've ever heard of someone buying a colour off of a car manufacturer for that, but it doesn't surprise me. Like, if you can make money, Ford would probably be happy to do that, because it's like, well, screw it, we can make free money for something that we're not really going to need. Cass, Cass is an absolute lunatic this evening. Christ, this afternoon. He's just ran into the office, attacked a cat tree, and then ran out of the office at full speed, and I mean like full cat speed. All of the manner of craziness is going on, so that's good. We'll go 8 laps. I don't remember this circuit, so we'll go 8 laps. It might be quite quick. It might be... might end up being longer than intended. We will see. I don't know what a squingle is as well. You'll have to ask Ewan and or Chris on that one. I don't know who decided that word. It seems and sounds like a Chris word that Ewan has used. Poe, no, thank you very much for the donation. So happy Father's Day to any dads out there, indeed. We have a Pigali. No dad joke from me, though. That would be too apparent. Or apparent. You're going to get a boo. You're definitely getting a boo from me. And probably getting a boo from chat. Actually, there's no way you're getting away with that without a boo from chat, so yeah, you're going to get a boo. Looks like it might rain on GTA, as well as... Is it raining in real life for me? No, it's mostly stopped now. Oh, I remember this track. I do remember this circuit. Yeah, this is actually... Yeah, this is a good track. This is a good track. Quite fast circuit. I don't know where the name came from. I'm going to guess Ewan got frustrated building the circuit, and that was just the exclamation shouting at the track, trying to get it to do what they wanted to. Gliska did not know we were on the outside there. Gliska went for a bit of curb boosting, not realising there was an orange car, being a bit sneaky. We all got away with it, that's fine. Pagani is the world's most, well, I'd say the world, but he's a very oversteering front-wheel drive car. We're going to have to watch out for that one. It's going to be side by side. Oh, a murder has occurred. I think Gliska's got to wait for danger. That was a bit unfortunate. I got stuck on the wrong side. Like, yeah, it was such a small tap, but it was a small tap at such a critical point, and it was enough to do an absolute murder on a danger man. that is an unfortunate one for Dan German over there. Very, very much murdered. Right, Ninetales is leading the way. Level 8 is second. Lado is third. We are trying to get this pass completed. We have gone to this track in which catch-up and slipstream are less effective than some others because it's a very twisty circuit. So, yeah, your catch-up is actually a lot less effective here than some. However, it will be effective. Ninetales lost a little bit of time through all of this. We're going to get huge slipstream up the hill. Yeah, forget curb boosting. Don't need that when I can get a monumental amount of drive from the slipstream. Might actually put us into the draft of Ninetales if we're lucky. Not quite. We're kind of bouncing every curve we can get. We know it's about to get very busy down here. We can slightly... You can cheekily straight line the chicane almost if you're on your own, but it gets very busy when you're not on your own, and it kind of then becomes a corner. Salmon's right behind us. We can't really be curb boosting with cars that close, because you're just likely to end up swerving in front of them and wiping yourself out on their bumper. We see it happen quite a lot, so yeah, generally if cars are right behind, I will not be doing curb. I'll try not to. Sometimes I forget and don't check. Cass is on an absolute zoom at the moment. He has ran in and ran out of the office about 3 times at full speed. I don't quite know where he's gone. I presume to the bedroom. Eve is just looking befuddled as what on earth is going on. But I just thought I'd give you a cat update, because you're probably hearing it in the background. You might be hearing the sound of cat claws in the carpet or the random meows from Eve, but it's mostly Cass just full speed scrabbling around. Liam is brave, making it 3 wide through the chicane there. We have to give space to Ninetales, so I couldn't actually give much room to Liam. Liam will go underneath, but I'm not really that fussed. My whole plan was to get the slipstream off of Ninetales on the exit, which we do get. Ninetales actually gave us room, but I've overdriven it. Liam will pass both of us. Ninetales overdrove that corner on their own as well. So I don't know whether Ninetales might have also got oversteer on the run in there, but yeah, it went wrong, a little bit wrong for me and Ninetales. Level 8's going to get stuck on that tight line. Looks like Gliska has come to join in the massive battle for the lead. They have. We almost murdered Liam. It was almost a teamwork effort to murder Liam there, who at the last second realised I should have probably backed out of that, if I'm honest. Didn't realise how dicey that was going to be. Going to the inside there, the speed we were travelling at. The answer was very dicey. Everyone's got away with it though. That's the important thing. Everyone is alive. Will ye mind the wall? Ewan is having a look, but not quite. Again, it's the... We've got a little bit of an overlap, but it's not really enough to do much with. Oh, and there's been some shenanigans behind. Don't quite know what level of shenanigans. Something's happened, though. We will run into the final corner. I mean, we're going for this wide line. I don't know whether we can cut underneath for the exit. I'm trying different lines because you never know what you might need to do on the final lap for a run to the line. So that one there was not really a slipstream assisted. It kind of was a slipstream assisted pass, but it was done slightly differently. It's useful to know that it could work if needed. You can go for the really aggressive cut underneath. Now, final lap, if it is just a 1v1, Gliska would probably be aware of that now. They've seen what can happen, so they're probably going to cover the inside quite heavily. They might cover the inside quite heavily. It's unlikely that scenario is actually going to be the one that plays out at the final, the final lap of the race, because a lot's going to happen between then and, well, now and then. But yeah, we will play it a bit dangerously. Enough space was given. We didn't murder Gliska into the wall. That's the important bit. And as we're fighting, Ewan and, well, Co, the rest are catching up. Ewan will go through the middle and try and hold it. Big slide for the Frosty Gold machine. So yeah, Gliska's now trying the hug the inside line, which kind of works. We do get a better shot. So the inside line is good for defending to an extent. However, the outside line curb boost is probably a little bit better. It's going to be really difficult to defend from the lead if the rest of the pack is close. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but if Gliska goes defensive like that, or anyone goes defensive like that, the outside line works. If you don't cover that inside line, someone's going to send it to the inside. And that might also work depending on the angles, depending on how they set it up. So that final corner is seriously difficult to defend, is what we are seeing here. Chris is going to be alongside, and that time that was better. I got a bit better at making it side by side through there. Unfortunately for me, it's not likely to just be 2 cars wide coming down here. It's likely to be 3 or 4 even into a final lap. Chris is having a look. Can we make... So you're unlikely to make the big cutback work if there's a bunch of cars to your inside. We're going to be a little too far back. Oh no, we could still even... Ooh. You could maybe make that work on that wide line. It's so dicey, but I'm not going to say it's impossible to do that. Whoa. We are being ran. We are being ran... It's hard work. It was close under brakes there. We had to kind of chuck it through there with some speed to make sure we got it, but yeah, Christ, it was very close. To the inside of Chris, potentially through here. Almost. Ewan's going to get there. It's going to be 2 and 3 wide again through here. Ewan has backed out of it because that was going to end in disaster. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would not want to be on that line. You're just too likely to end up in the wall, essentially. Okay. Chris has the lead. We can carry momentum to the inside. Now, if you run in here too fast, you get big oversteer. I was trying to actually use it to my advantage, which we did a little bit. Yeah, that's the ideal line. You curb boost the inside, go out wide, and curb boost the outside. That's perfect. That's really difficult to beat. However, to do it, you need to have the lead, and you need to be clear as well of other cars, which I'm doubting is going to happen. Chris with a big oversteer moment on the curve. The Pagani can get you in trouble. It really can get in trouble on the curbs. I mean, we're sneaking our way up the inside, but not going to be able to curb boost forever down there, or for much longer as level 8 catches up. We've got all sorts of cars everywhere, basically. Can we fend off? I mean, possibly. Oh, it's going to be sketchy fending off, and I've actually got ourselves a little bit unhappy on the curbs there. We did not want to be out here. This is really not where we want to be. We're going to get a big run. Oh, there was a little bit of a bump. We're trying to sneak our car to the inside here. I mean, we have got a lot of slipstream off the back of Gliska's car, but Gliska's basically going to get the line that we wanted. It's going to be 3rd. Yeah, there was a little tangle. I think it was between Mute and Lado. They tangled and they were just slightly slow in front of me. Oh yeah, we lost too much. We got stuck on the outside. We actually got sort of hooked to the wrong side of a curb, and we couldn't quite get it turned in at a critical point. And just everybody came flying past, and we did everything we could. It's perhaps a smidge aggressive, trying to get ourselves back up towards the front. We got ourselves roughly where we needed, but just a bit too far back. Good race. It's a good circuit. It is a good circuit. Cannot complain about that one. That was a good circuit. Hello, Eve. Chris, thank you very much. Different Chris, thank you for the super chat. Saying, love the beam races. First time catching a live stream. Well, welcome to a live stream. I hope you're enjoying some GTA. I mean, I very much enjoy the beam races as well. There's plenty more beam content to be coming your way. Races and other silly stuff, essentially. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some more beam. We love filming and doing the beam races. They are very, very good fun. So yeah, never fear. There shall be more of them along the way. Hey, Chonky Cat. You're being very noisy. That's because you want dinner. I know why you're being noisy. You do want dinner. I'm going to guess that Cass wants dinner as well. You can wait until after the stream. You're not listening to me, or you'd have no comprehension of what wait means, but you will. Right. What have we got? That looks alright. We'll go race some supercars. We'll give people a minute to get connected. From last job. Shady Brady, thank you for the donation. Saying, booted twice during the stream. Oh, GTA. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, that is pretty accurate for GTA. Hopefully we can get you reconnected and so on. Looks like maybe you're going for number 3 time being booted. We shall see. Gary, thank you very much for the super chat. Saying, Alex, idea. Ever thought about a live stream marathon relay race? Maybe 50 laps around the entire GTA map, different vehicles and teams of 3 to 4 drivers that have to pass the baton each lap. I mean, those sort of things is definitely possible. Definitely possible. I doubt we'll do that one. Mostly because I suspect it'll be one of those that gets a bit boring after a while. However, that sort of style of longer races on stream are absolutely not impossible. I mean, we did the... What was it called? We did the race that was all of the death points from the various Survive the Hunts a while ago as a special stream. So yeah, it's not impossible to see some slightly different. Definitely a lot more likely to see that kind of stuff as a live stream than as a video, even like a cut down one for a video. The Cyclone doesn't. They have very good brakes. This is going to be dangerous. But yeah. It probably wouldn't take quite that long, as that would be a very long race. However, those style of events could definitely be something that we see. Lado reckoning a 50-lap Ladoval. I mean, that actually probably wouldn't take too long. That would probably only be like 15-20 minutes. Yeah, we wouldn't really need to do car swaps or anything like that. We've got maybe a second place going through here. I don't want to go side by side with Danger Man on lap 1. I don't actually trust these cars at all. They are dicey. I don't trust the brakes on the Cyclone. I believe they're terrible under braking, but it has been a long time since I've driven it. I mean, I don't even remember the last time I actually used it for a race. There's even a new Cyclone, isn't there, I think? We've probably used that or a... This is essentially the Rimac. And I think there's a new one, isn't there? From what I remember. But yeah. I think they're terrible on the brakes. Just be careful. Danger Man's going to go around the outside. We did not. We actually got a bit bobbled on the curb and just lost a load of momentum. Not so good a curb boost, that one. Oh, that would have been a hell of a photo finish. I think Danger Man would have got it, but only just. Gliska has turned up, as has level 8. Oh, we are going to bounce off a wall. Oh, I can go over that. Did not realise I could go over that. I thought we were going to just ping off the wall. Could not. Oh, no. Sorry, Shadow. Get in a straight line. Go, 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 go. Oh, never mind. Salmon had an issue. Whoop. In front. Yeah, I mean, that all started from me carrying too much speed, way too much speed into turn about 2, 3, and I just couldn't get it under control. And from then on, yeah, it was just, we were all in trouble. It wasn't even, I could make the corner, it was just too much speed with having cars around, essentially. So, yeah. Whoops, we started a big old chain reaction of chaos. Now, we are a long way back. Well, we were seeing the leaders coming under that slope as we were heading towards it. Now, there is always a chance when you have a big accident at the start of a race. So we can basically do a couple of laps of hot lapping here. We can run in clean air. We can essentially run hot laps. We're using a lot of the circuit. I mean, we are doing some questionable lines here, not gonna lie. And hopefully it'll be enough to catch us to the back of the pack. Likely to be mistakes in a big pack of cars. They are likely to slow each other down. Whether it's going to be enough, I don't know, essentially. This track, as I said before, this track is unlikely to be the best or most effective when it comes to slipstream or catch. I mean, you can visually see the time we've made this lap by where the leaders are as we come down that hill. And I mean, we've had a gain, but it's not going to be... We're going to have to gain more than that per lap if we are going to do this. We're to the inside of Pone. Got to be careful we don't understeer wide into them. We do not. We will... Again, it's all the curb boosting down here. Don't run wide through this section. Run wide on the exit. I mean, I probably wouldn't take this many liberties. You couldn't take this many liberties if you were in the pack. This is a little bit more about catching up to the pack. Once you get around cars, you just simply can't take whatever line you want because there will be other cars in the way. And, you know, I don't want to be too cheesy with track limits. However, when you're trying to catch up to get involved in the fight, this lap around we have made a lot of time. You can't even see the leaders now, you just see them appear. So this lap here has been pretty good for us in terms of catching up. And the closer the leaders are together, the more they're going to slow each other down. They're going to have to lift and coast in places. They're going to have to brake in places. I don't. Because I have, well, just the limitations of the car to work with, essentially. Although now it's actually all a very big group of cars. We are about to start joining in the fight. Lado and Liam have dropped back in all of that. Alright, we are going to cross over. Now, we may be able to get... We may have already got a fastest lap, to be honest, when we were running in clean air. Although we won't have got much slipstream. Maybe off the back of Pone's car, might have given us enough slipstream for a fastest lap at some point during that, but I don't know. We're still able to take the lines we want for now. Liam's out wide. We are out wide as well. Back end wanted to let go. So we are all of the curb boosting that we can manage at the moment. It's got no one behind me to worry about. Small man hits the curb. You've got to be careful with the curb boosting in this car. It does spit sideways. Not quite the right line through that final corner, but never mind. Someone's escaped up the wall. That looks like Valentine and bounced on top of Doyle's car, maybe? I think that's who that is. We will blast through this section. Yeah, Valentine just got some understeer and hit those big steps, essentially. I think. I don't know. Could have got hit. Couldn't see. We were too far back to see that kind of stuff. Valentine with a good run is to the outside. I mean, we've caught the pack. It's now just trying to make your way through the pack that is difficult. It's a bit like a DRS train. Everyone gets slipstream off each other. So passing back here is a little bit difficult until it all concertinas up and then someone makes a mistake. Oh, Lado went to cut underneath, not realizing that we were already there. I'm sorry, Lado. But yeah, so Lado had no idea there was an orange car carrying a lot of speed, and they went to cut back on the exit, not realizing I already was there, and I could not get on the brakes in time to avoid that one particularly. We are going to push the car as hard as we dare through that section, but now, see, we were easy flat through there, and I now can't be flat anymore because the cars ahead are in the way, and they're all checking up for each other. We are going to go for bit of a slipstream up here, not going to be quite enough. Can we... I don't know if we can really do much on the outside, especially not... Oh, Mayhem has gone on. Mayhem has gone on in front of us. Christ, that was some oversteer. Don't know if it was assisted. Didn't really see if it was. May have been, may not have been. We dive past Mute there. We're up to 7th. How many laps we got? One more to go. I mean, it's possible. It's possible, especially if there is any kind of contact between these front-running cars, which on the final lap of the race, there's likely to be. We got a great run out of that final corner. Doyle just left it a little bit longer to get on the throttle, a little bit later than we did. Oh, there is contact up at the front. Ewan's backwards. Oh, there was a gap. There was a gap to aim for, and we almost got it, but Ewan got turned and we got tagged going through it. Oh, if we could have made that work, that would have been glorious. And we almost did. It was just a few centimetres in it between us getting through and avoiding the spinning Ewan. Doyle and Liam have got connected. Ah. If we could have somehow snuck through there, it would have been astonishing. But the luck just ran out at a critical moment. Whey! There's all sorts of cars in trouble. Liam's snuck to the inside of us. It's going to be side by side into this final corner. I'm going to have to, I think, yield to Liam here at this point. We're not going to be able to do that. I think Ewan might get victory. Nope, Ninetales gets it. Oh, Ewan lost out in the end. Ah, damn it. I mean, it was an interesting recovery session, that one. Ninetales takes victory. Mute is second. Gliska is third with fastest lap of the race. Shadow gets fourth ahead of Ewan, then Dangerman, Valentine, and Liam. Yeah, we tried. We got into the fight. We almost had the sneakiest pass to jump to the lead, however. Yeah, that tangle. There was a gap. We aimed for the gap. The gap disappeared just a tiny bit too fast. Almost did it. An enjoyable race, though. Like, I can't complain too much about the race on that one. There were a couple of bumps as well. Apologies to, I think, Lado. We got tangled with slightly in at one point there. Although Lado did catch up and then got involved with, I don't quite know what happened that sent either Small Man or Salmon. Someone got airborne in front of us, and we were kind of just on the throttle, and it was like, well, I'll hopefully push them out of the way. And I mean, it kind of worked. I say it worked for us, not so much for them. There was a limit. And then, like, what else could we do? If we got on the brakes to avoid it, we just parked in the middle of the track. Sometimes it's actually better to try and push and I say push them out of the way, but you kind of keep the track clear at that point. Evie, you're being very noisy. I know. Right, we will go to a Brazen Circuit up next, as was requested. Brazen Circuits, that will be up to me. I will have the choice of Brazen Circuits. I mean, we've had a sensible track, so we will go to a more silly circuit. I'm not going to go truly insane. That's a Brazen Circuit, but it's not one that can be used. Jolly Boost has been redone. AI in the Sky. AI in the Sky is quite fun, although we do it quite a lot. Evie, you're very noisy, girl. If I am streaming, it does mean you're going to have to wait a little bit for dinner. Dalate. That's the one with us. I thought that was one that was bath bag, but it isn't. That's okay. That doesn't work. Yeah, Dalate it's kind of fun, but it doesn't quite work how you'd want. Kingdom of Hills. That also doesn't kind of work. That is a sensible track. Do we have... This is when it turns out I have scrolled through too many, and we have no more we must have some more Brazen silliness. There is a never-ending... I mean, we could go the Oval of Misfortune. We could go Pukekohe. At the end of the day, we could always just go Pukekohe. What the hell is that track? Where, what, Alexa, what? I don't know what Brazen has made. Some of these, you just don't know. I don't know whether that one is going to be sensible or not. You just don't know. what Brazen has done. I love there's just a track called Sorry. As you do. Rocket tubes I don't think ever worked properly. I need to have a clear out. I'm tempted to go here because I don't know what this track is. It's like I don't know. I don't know what this track is. It's got a 69% rating. Amazing. Oh, let's see. I don't know what this is. I genuinely don't remember what this track is. It could be really silly. It could be vaguely good. It could be anything. Genuinely, this genuinely is a surprise. It's a mystery box of race tracks. It could be broken, you know. Oh, what the hell is this? It's like Straight Line, but not. I don't remember that. I don't really remember this. No. What is this track? What is this? What is this madness? I'm going to set it to 10 laps. It's like a straight line, but not a straight line. What brazen concoction are we going to have to deal with? Pone knows what this is. I don't. I do think we've done it. I do think we've raced it. Is this? Oh, is this the one with like the loops at either end, and you like jump up and you have to twist around and then go back down the other way? Oh, maybe I do remember this one. Yes, I think I know what one this is. I think this is the one where you have to like go out of a loop. Like there's a loop at one end, and there's it's all like the debris in the middle of it. There's like ramps and boost pads and some rocket things and some random hot dog stands around the place. I think that's this one. Possibly. I mean, there are some spaces. If you do want to join, we're trying to get people back connected. You can still take part. Ewan is the person to message. Alongside, a game tag is alongside where we have highlighted on the screen. Send a message to Ewan, and he'll try and get you connected to the session. You've got to be on Xbox, got to have the enhanced version of the game. We'll try our best to get you connected. Evie, why is it you never meow? There we go, when I want you to meow. Evie, you gonna come over here? I know, you're after dinner. You're after food. See, Apollo's good. Apollo doesn't do this. Actually, I say that, Apollo's kind of good. No, Apollo is good, but Apollo is also... doesn't meow, or, well, if he meowed, I'd be impressed. He doesn't sort of sit around and bark when he just runs around and acts hyper twat. So, I guess there's that. Eve doesn't do that. Cass had the zoomies. Hello, Cass. You have turned up to be all cute and nice. So you're easy. Well, you're mostly easy to deal with. You do sometimes demand attention in silly ways. So, you know, we will give you a little bit of attention. Because at least you are cute. I don't know if we've got anybody else turning up for this particular race. We can go with 15. If it starts working for people later on, we will try and get you in. If not, 15 is still enough for this to be an absolute mess. I can't remember if it's locked to anything. I'm going to say run whatever you want, just no armoured cars. I should have said that before I launched the game. Yeah, no armoured cars. Otherwise, anything is fair game. If it is unlocked, I don't remember if it is or not. But yeah, anything is fair as long as it isn't an armoured vehicle. I don't think armoured is the most significant thing in this. Okay, it's not like we've got a great selection. What on earth do I want? It's got to be a mup of a... There's going to be a lot of limos. There's going to be a lot of limos in this one. I'm going for let's survive. I mean, small man said they should pick the first car. I mean, you'll probably be fine, honestly. If you can stay out of trouble, that's way more important than having the technically fastest vehicle, essentially. So, yeah, it is the one. It is the like debris-filled straight line kind of weirdness. Hold on to your butts, because it's likely to be chaotic around here. We can... I mean, so we're host. We will have the amazing host advantage. Oh god, I did not get off the roof quick enough. Come on. Oh, there we go. Muppava. You legend. You legend of a car. Oh dear. Whoa. Please still land. Land. Don't go towards that missile pod. Okay, it worked. The Muppava survived. Oh, we got a big punt, but the Muppava survived. Drake has turned up at a funny angle, and Liam's smashed the nose up of the Grizzly, but everything is awesome. Right, can we go for a little bit of airtime there? Yes, we can. That's actually not a bad way to do it. Oh, Danger Man hits a vending machine, and Danger Man has had a very big death. I have the lead of the race. Bliska has been murdered by a small man. Can we get over here on the tube? Oi, almost good. Lost the back end slightly. Got away with it. Ninetales is here. I feel like the way to do this actually is hit a jump. And actually, these middle jumps aren't too bad, because you get a lot of air time. Oh no, fencing, don't kill us. Yeah, those middle jumps aren't a terrible idea. Ninetales has had a spin. And that, whoa, the middle jumps work though as long as there's no other cars doing it. It like works if you're on your own, but the second you've got other cars to deal with, it becomes a danger. But actually that bit there, you can just aim away from it. That's fine. Okay, I think I've figured out the line that I want. I mean, it's not guaranteed to work, but yeah, right. Get up there. Oh, that's perfect. We missed a boost pad, but I can't complain too much about that. So yeah, drop down, hit this first jump, you will clear that. Oh, don't hit Liam. Oh, did hit Pone. Ah, damn it. Right, boost pads and go. Okay, there's a lot of boost pads there. Ninetales has boosted into a wall and I'm about to follow because we got carried away with speed. Ninetales tried to like jink that outside boost pad. Oh, Ninetales almost got exploded by Ewan. So my line through here is a little bit more dangerous. I think it is technically quicker. Oh, hello, Liam. It is probably one of the quicker lines. The thing you've got to be aware of, though, is if it goes wrong, you hit traffic, basically. You can hit a lot of traffic taking this line that I want to. Ninetales is taking a slightly safer line, kind of avoiding the jumps. Oh, crap. And that's the other problem, is if you take one of these jumps wrong, you just do that. Well, Ninetales has also got stuck in traffic. Oh! Right, boost pad and go. Boost pad and go. Right. Oh, Ninetales has not been allowed to complete the turnabouty bit. So yeah, me, Ninetales and Danger Man have a quite big lead over the rest. So this is the lead pack, basically, us three. Oh no, Ninetales. Did not know you were going to appear there. Christ. Danger Man has got the lead, as me and Ninetales have managed to screw each other over in this one. But there, you know, that's fine. Alright, we must chase down a Danger Man. Into the LSD tube we go. And then around the loopy bit at the top. Okay, now the Muppava that we're driving should, in theory, be faster than the Park Ranger. I would expect, but there's no guarantee on that one. Oh, crap. Danger Man's exploded. We've exploded in front of Lado. Okay. I like the line. However, the speed I'm carrying just doesn't give you time to set up for that first jump. Oh, and I'm stuck in an infinite respawn. Thanks, game. I mean, it has only dropped us to 4th, but yeah. That line was so good the first couple of times I took it. And I now just cannot recreate it. I've got to do a better one than that. I've got to do a safer line than that, because I'm losing way too much time trying to make that one work. I think maybe Ninetales has the idea. I think on the way back it's okay, because you normally have enough time to really line it up properly. But on the way there it's so dangerous, because you are literally out of the tube straight into it. Oh, Drake's exploded. Okay, Ninetales is 30 seconds up the road. Why is that there? Danger Man's vending machine has got in the way. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, we might still be able to ride that out amazingly, despite losing the back end in the tunnel. Amazingly, I think we're going to get away with this. Okay, Danger Man's had trouble. We're about to get into trouble. Yep. Oh, get out of that bit. That would be a really bad bit to end up in. Do not want to get stuck in a pit. Right, we're third, which is good. Could be better, but I'll take third for the moment. Right, hit that jump. If we can aim to the left slightly, that works. There is Small Man. Who are we actually racing for second? Okay, level 8 and Ninetales are some 30 seconds down the road. Not really going to be chasing them at the moment. That's fine. Head off of the ramp. Now, do I keep trying to do the same thing over and over again? Maybe this jump will work. That does work. Yeah, and I'll take that. I'll take that. We'll avoid Small Man. All is good. All is fine. Someone's put a boy in the way of the jump that I want to take. Oh no, someone's put a cactus in the way of the jump I did take. Oh, that boost pad might save us. Holy crap, that's so lucky. There was an element of control in that. Oh, forgot about the random vending machine. Yeah, there was an element of control in that. I did intend some of that maneuver. I can't believe it worked. Oh dear. Went too high on that. I should have just looped around, to be honest. However, we are fine. We are down from there. There's a little gap to aim for, and we found it. Whew. I mean, it's sketchy as anything. Where is Danger Man? 12 seconds back. We pulled some time on Danger Man. We're catching to level 8, and... oh, God. I don't know who that pink car was. Might have been Shadow. Just absolutely went to space. Didn't really want that jump. However, it is at least a safe one. Okay. Speed up the tube we go. Yeah, we gained a little bit on level 8. Not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough to catch, barring big accidents. Big accidents are very possible here, of course, but yeah, you're going to need a lot of them if we are going to make any time up. Oh dear. Through the mess of everything, Liam's having a flight. There is a Gliska and a Lado. We are not racing you at the moment. There's a meow from an Eve. Eve has opinions, as she often does, on matters. Oh, that was a dodging of a Danger Man because I didn't want to hit the car. I smashed myself into the wall, dodging the Danger Man. One more lap to go. We've probably gained some time on level 8, but that crash would have lost any time we had gained. Alright, around the loop we go. The howl of the hungry cat continues. This is what wakes me up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day, is this. Level 8, level 8's exploded. If level 8 has a long respawn, maybe there's a chance for second. Oh, up to second. There could be a chance for second here. From absolutely nowhere, there might be a chance at a second place for us. And it is a second. Ninetales takes victory. We will cross the line in second. Level 8 unlucky with a mistake right at the end. Having held on for so long, Salmon gets fastest lap of the race, 39.3. Me and Ninetales and Mute, all very close in terms of lap time. 40.0, with me the slowest of the three, but, you know, we're talking hundredths of a second there. There we go, yeah, level 8, a bit unlucky in that one. Mute is across the line. Danger Man was in the fight for a while with that Park Ranger, but a couple of mistakes dropped it back. And that is still yet to finish. Shady is having some fun. Eve is hungry because it's almost dinner time. And, I mean, I feed the cats, I feed all the animals at around 6 o'clock. Sometimes it's a little bit sooner, sometimes it's a little bit later, but Eve is just letting me know that it's dinner time. Like, do not worry, she is well fed. She's a bit of a fat cat, to be honest. She could do with losing a bit of weight. And that's not me being mean, she genuinely is, and trust me, I've tried a lot to get her to lose weight. And it just doesn't seem to stick. But yeah, that is why she is noisy in the background. Shady has got around the loop. Oh dear. It wasn't good around the loop, and then a bad jumpy section. Oh, I'll take the second. I will take the second, at least, in that one. Yeah, we figured out a route. If I could have stopped making an absolute meal of it earlier on, would have been better. Oh, Pone's controller died. That's less than helpful. Yeah, I know we probably confused some people with the earlier start time for the stream, so that we don't clash with the Formula 1. But yeah, I mean, some people will have might have missed this one. I do apologise. It's just, yeah, on a weekend where there is Formula 1 to be watched, I try my best to avoid it. Most of the time it's fine, but because of time zones and everything, yeah, some races are going to have some races have got happened with streams, so some streams will get moved around a little bit. Oh, she gets exercise if she chases the Scalextrics. That would work for her if she can figure it out. Maybe. Yeah, I know, Eve. I know you're hungry. Another bit of lightning going on over here as well. Christ. We shall head into our final race of the day. We will go 8 laps with some sports cars. It'll be a slightly shorter, actually, no, we'll go back to 10 because these will be quite quick around here. Hello, Eve. Do you want to meow into the microphone? No? She's not gonna talk to you lot, unfortunately. It'd be quite entertaining if I could get her to, but there we go. I mean, like, I think Brazen has. I don't think Brazen has been mean and forced us to drive the Vamos. It may well be an option, but I don't think this is forced to specific vehicles. I think this is open with a selection of cars, pretty much. So much like we had with the SUVs, there'll probably be a few to choose from. I don't know what sports cars. What sports cars do you want, Kat? Yeah. And this is why I don't get a lion anymore. Because she's learnt if she's noisy, I get up sooner, and when I get up, I feed them. So she's learned that if she's noisy at 6 o'clock, I'm terrible at not going back to sleep. So if I wake up, I'm up. I'm probably just going to get out of bed, and when I get out of bed, I feed the animals in the morning. So she's bloody figured out meow a lot at about 6 o'clock. If it's earlier than that, I will go back to sleep. But sort of at 6 onwards, it'll just be like, oh, fine, I'll get up and start. So, yeah, she has figured that out. And she's got a bop round the face from Cass. Thank you, Cass. That's it, you tell her. No more 6 o'clock wake-up times, please. Right, I think we are all ready. Or at least certainly not on the weekend. I think we're ready to go. That's fine. We will start with this. We will get going with some sports cars on this weird circuit. Maybe. Hopefully. Here we go. Come on. Come on, game. You can do it. We have got Ballista, Revolter. Oh, well, I mean, I know what I know what I'm driving of these two. Ballista, small and likely to break. Revolter, big, heavy, very powerful, quite fast. I'm going to take the Revolter. If you want to take a Ballista, by all means, go for it. However, I will take the big heavy car that is going to push the little cars out of the way. Essentially, it sounds a bit mean, I know. However, I don't think many are going to go for a Ballista. You could potentially make it work. just be very difficult. Now, okay, we lead the way. I'm hoping no cars are going to be alongside as we go. Oh, like that. God damn it. I was hoping we were going to be ahead of Mute enough to do that manoeuvre. Sorry, Mute. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew the line we wanted. However, it did not work out quite. Don't want that line. Might still make it through here. We'll ride the wall. However, that could have gone worse. Could have gone a lot worse. I mean, we're in 8th. Hello, Pone. We're in 8th. Now, I know there's a jump there. I want to jump far enough. Oh, I don't know why we did a backflip. I wanted to jump far enough so that we'd go over the second jump, which we did. We cleared it nicely. I just don't know why we did a backflip. Someone else has exploded. That's Brady gone. Yeah, I don't know why we exploded. Oh, I did a backflip. There must have been some debris that I couldn't see on there. That's the way it goes. So we want to aim slightly to the left of this first jump, and then it's boost down here. Doyle hit that and got airborne. I actually don't mind hitting that jump because it gets you airborne and out of the way of cars that are turning around. We're not quite in that dangerous point yet, but I'm sure we will be as time goes on. Valentine has made a mistake and eaten a bit of the railing. I'm taking that jump to try and clear any debris. Why did that just stop me dead? Though not as unlucky as Pone, who missed the tube. Random debris is causing issues. Oh, car, get down on your wheels. Thank you very much. So yeah, there's just some random debris around the place that is causing us grief. There's a pink car. There's a shadow. Oh, Ewan launched off of that. We're up to 3rd. So, Ninetales leads from Mew. We've had a good recovery drive through all of this, managing to avoid the chaos. And one of the real problems we get is when you hit the boost pad, the screen flashes, and you just can't see. Oh, crap. Vending machines. You just can't see where cars are around you. Makes it really difficult to judge where you need to go. Okay, we are over that transition quite nicely. Don't murder the red car. Can't see, can't see. Okay, thankfully, because the car's quite big and heavy, if it does get slightly twisted in the air, it doesn't twist as much as we were seeing from that Mapava. Which is good. Which is good. I want to hit this jump here, clear traffic, clear debris. Where is that vending machine? It's been moved a bit. We are catching the leaders. It's not by a huge amount, but we are catching them. Not going to be catching them anymore. Misjudged that one. We can spin it around. It's not the biggest loss of time ever, but it is still a loss of time that we could ill afford. Now, I want to hit that jump. Not towards small man. Jeez, there is Mew. And the red car is Ninetales all the way to the left. So I am definitely taking a different line to Ninetales. Oh, that's so close with Ewan. Yeah, I'm taking a different line to Ninetales and Mew. They are both going for the left-hand side, and they're running up that kind of, almost running up the wall and making that work, which is perfectly fine strategy. Oh, Mute's fallen over. Mute's taking us with them. And we've exploded. No. I don't think we got the checkpoint either. I think we're going to get reset a mile away. Damn it. I mean, nothing Mute did wrong. Nothing they could have done in that. I couldn't have done anything either because you don't even see that until way later. So, yeah, there's nothing we could have done really to avoid that other than just be luckier, essentially. We would have to be a hell of a lot luckier. Needed more time to be able to dodge that. Please not to be anything behind that football because I can't see. Mute's entered first, which makes me think Ninetales has had an issue somewhere on this lap, perhaps. Maybe it's just the way the checkpoints are in the tubes. I don't know. But yeah, there's obviously been some shenanigans up ahead. It's not over for us here. Whoa! Hello, Valentine. That doesn't help. Doesn't help matters. It could have been way worse. That could have been an awful lot worse. Shadow is not having a great time in the blister. Not gonna lie. That looks hard work. In that car, that's again, just another spin for us that we didn't really need or want. There's Mute being chased down by Ninetales, I think. Come on, here we go. Up the tube, turn the corner. That one has actually worked slightly differently than I've been doing before, but it did work. Uh-oh. We've kept wheels on the ground at least. That's the bit that matters there. Oh! We need to stop playing it so risky with... I think Ewan we've got very close to crashing into a number of times here. Oh. We've got to stop doing that. Definitely got to stop doing that. The line... You can definitely dodge everything. The reason I'm taking the jumps is to clear cars. Oh, Ninetales is down to the lead of the race. I don't know why. Our car did some incredibly weird physics stuff there. Part of that is to do with the vending machine. Then some very weird physics happened afterwards. Okay, that's better around the tube. Hit some boost pads. Ewan and someone have had a big accident there. Oh, Ewan's up on this side. I'm going to hit that jump to clear cars. Oh, like that. Just clear Valentine at the last second. Yeah, Mutant Ninetales are actually very close together. They're having a great fight. I wish I could have been a part of it. Unfortunately, no luck for me. We will dodge some cars. There's vending machines galore up here that I just don't quite know where they are. I think we cleared one out last lap around. Don't quite know how well we cleared it out, but definitely think we did. Ninetales may be on for another victory here. I desperately need to sneeze. It's not going to come apparently. Oh, that was close. Ninetales won from Mute. Very close. Ah, there we go. Very close between the pair of them. I mean, if we get this right, it should be third for us. We've not really had anyone particularly close for the majority of it. Almost dive-bombed on the small man at the end there. Oh, I will take a third. I mean, it's been a relatively consistent evening for me in terms of plenty of podiums. Geez, fastest lap will go to us. We were quicker than the lead pair. To be expected with catch up and so on. But yeah, our line was good. The accidental murder from Mute is kind of what killed us. A couple of little mistakes. But yeah, Mute's accident in the tunnel that we got tangled up with was a problem. Yeah, we've been quite consistent. Ninetales has just been a lot more consistent in terms of winning everything. So I guess we're back to GTA. We're back. Normal service has resumed on GTA, it would seem. Oh, that's a tree. The trees are mean. There is no two ways about it. Oh, and the other cars, they are also mean sometimes. Well, there we go. Ah, R. Doyle, thank you very much indeed for an incredibly generous super chat. Saying, winning my first GTA race on a FailRace stream. It was like winning the lottery. And a great way to begin the day. Always enjoying the great racing on the stream. Congrats on your first win, actually. It was a hard fought-for win as well. It wasn't even like a jokey, weird circuit where you got lucky. It was a legit challenging circuit, that one. It was on the petrol station shortcut one, if you're just tuning in. So yeah, congrats on your first victory. We had some good racing. I mean, I was involved in that battle. Yeah, it was a good race up there. So yeah, and thank you very much for this. I'm glad you enjoy it. Glad you're enjoying the races. I hope as well, of course, all of you wonderful viewers have enjoyed this evening's stream. I'm so used to the time of day. This afternoon stream. I've got to go feed a hungry cat, as you have heard. But it is time for the stream to come to an end. If you are just tuning in, you have missed it because we're a bit of a wacky time today. Don't worry, the VOD, of course, will all be up on YouTube shortly. I think it actually goes automatically live straight away. So you can go back and watch it. But yeah, I hope you have all enjoyed some GTA this evening. You know, can't really go wrong with some GTA multiplayer. That though is indeed going to be it for this evening. Of course, very very big thank you to everybody who has donated, whether it be super chats, whether it be Streamlabs. They are, of course, greatly appreciated indeed. And naturally, thank you all for watching. I will be back next week. I'll be back on Wednesday with some more Crusader Kings. The Empire of FailRace will continue. There'll probably be some Beam on Friday, and there'll probably be some GTA on Sunday. I don't know for sure, though. You never know what might happen, how things might change, and so on. But, yeah. I'll be back next week with some streams, you know. The usual stuff. And for those wondering, there will be a FailRace episode as well a little bit later on this evening. So yeah, don't worry, that'll still be about. It can't be a Sunday without one of those. That though is going to be it. It's going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.